Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Banter Streams, where me and a bunch of my best nerdy ass nerds log on to Discord and play Dungeons and Dragons. We're back. That's been the longest 2 weeks of my life. Let me get rid of this music. Yes, we are back here with part 2 of Thoria, the Broken World, the live play D&D show that we do on this channel. The last time we were here, it was probably one of the best nights I've ever spent online, to be quite honest with you, because I had an absolute blast. Everyone was fantastic. We are missing a player this evening. Our lovely, lovely Nikki is unable to join us because she has family commitments, which is absolutely fine. This is a game at the end of the day, so it's not a problem. But I've just had to rejig things camera-wise onto the play screens and so on, just to make sure everyone's in focus, everyone's there. And tonight, the the role of Nikki will be played by Fred Boat, the music player. Only joking, Nikki. I'm going to run your character for you. But yeah. We're here, we're back, we're playing part 2 of this story. I don't really have much more to say, apart from the first time we did this, we had an incredible amount of people come and say hi. I am going to try and keep chat turned on this time, because I got incredibly distracted with it last time, so I had to turn it off. But I'm going to try and keep it on this time, so I can... But I won't be able to interact with you all the time. If you do say hi and I miss it, I'm sorry. If you drop a follow and I miss it, I'm also sorry. I will get back. Is my mic on? Yes, it is. I will get back to you at some point. We will try. Yes, we will try. So, without further ado, because this has been far too long, 14 days is torturous without playing this game. I'm going to bring you into the game screen, and you can meet all my lovely, lovely players. So, unmute your mics, guys. And it works!
Hello!
Hello!
Man.
We're
Hello,
back.
hello.
We're here. Right, I've got things. I have things. I made things I can pop into the chat. So, I would like to, first of all, shout out my amazing cast members, which are Sebastian, Bree Will Chill, I'm a Bonsai, the Crispy Ninja 1, Shelby Mustang, with 3 Gs, and Mad Tomato Plays. These are all fantastic streamers in their own right, so for God's sake, go and follow them, because they are well worth it. And they are just the best people because they've agreed to live in my head for the foreseeable future as well, which I adore them for. So this is Thoria, the Broken World, episode 2. And I'm going to give everyone a brief download of what happened in episode 1 if you haven't caught up yet or if you haven't watched it. We do have a YouTube channel where I upload these at the end of the sessions, where you'll be able to watch them back in beautiful Technicolor 4K. The first video on here got the most view rates I've ever had on a Twitch video, which was, I think it was over 150 views for the first one, which I am shocked and stunned at. I don't know where they came from, but they're welcome to come back at any time. So we're all good. Right, as I sort of effed it the first time we did this, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask my players to just tell their name and give a brief description of the character that they're playing, and we're going to go in the order of Elowin first, then Isha, then Tad, then Bird, and then Finland. So you know which is going next. So we'll start with Element, please. If you just like to tell us your name, your real name, and
do I want to know? You don't know my real name? My real name is Brianna. Many of you know me as Bree in the Peach universe. And I'm playing Elowin. She's an ASMR who's a small being, like most of our party. A little under 3 feet tall. She has enormous blue eyes. I'm looking at my art because it's been a couple days. And a little bit of like light around her head if the light catches it a certain way, and then a big sash tied around her waist. And the biggest thing is her ears are shaped kind of like wings, but for the most part she tries to hide for reasons.
And I've just turned the artwork on now so you can see what we're talking about. Okay, Isha, you're up.
Hi, my name is Jordan. I am playing Isha. He is a human fighter. He is, unlike Elwyn, very tall. He is 6'3", and he has the physique and the appearance of someone who's been on the seas for many years. A slight tan, wavy and sandy hair, and the trick with his hazel eyes is if the sunlight hits them just right, they flash that of bronze. So that is Isha.
Tad.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm Jacob. A lot of you know me as Crispy Ninja, etc. I'm playing Tad. He's a fairy rogue. He's about 2'6", got some double sets of bumblebee wings, with a penchant for stealing and talking into his pocket. That's his whole kind of shtick.
I'm Shelby Mustang. I am playing Birdwind. She is a wood elf. She's tall, about 5'6". She's the other tall being, mom and dad situation we have going on here. She's got long black hair, copper skin, vest, skirts, a lot of like tavern work at the moment.
And finally,
my name is Tom. Some of you know me as Matt Tomato from Matt Tomato Plays. My character is named Finland Stillhand. He is a halfling. He is 3 feet tall. He is an underground fighter who, basically fights for money and does, jobs for money. And he is lightly tan skin, kind of dark brownish hair, jacked as many people described him as. And, while he looks like he's, not sympathetic to a lot of things, he has his reasons, and hopefully he has a lot more surprises to show. So.
Oh, I'm sure he does. The character we're missing this evening is Opalescence, whose art has just popped up on screen right now. Unfortunately, Nikki can't be with us this evening because she's got family things to do. But yeah, she is a rock gnome, sorcerer, and artificer. So she's a tricky character. And yeah, and I'm Rob, and I'm the DM, and I'm responsible for this nonsense. So I'm just going to snooze those ads. Right, okay. I'm going to bring Fred Bolt back into this so we can get some music on the go. Ooh. Plinky plonky D&D music. You love to see it.
Love it.
I do.
Right. Okay, recap from episode 1. So, our players found a secret garden. Hello, Shoei. Hello, AP. See, I can't do it.
Oh, that's a
I
raid.
can't do it. The chat turned up. Oh, Jay's raided us already.
You just in time for the
Hi,
recap.
everyone.
Right
Hello,
in
the
time.
entire Feast community. Just been playing games.
Look at those.
Just in time for recap. You are correct. Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Right, our players, still with Opalescence in tow, found a secret garden underneath a rocky encampment in a town called West Point. Underneath a rock called Temple Rock, they did battle with 2 corrupt dryads and 4 horrible corrupt wolf spiders. The corruption was visible as a brown-black ichor that was seeping out of the dryads and the spiders, and also the trees around them. But the moss and the lichens and the vegetation growing there was as healthy as it should be when it was growing in daylight, which, go figure. They discovered a very strange material that is known as phase water. This substance will act as a liquid when a non-threatening substance is entered into it, but as soon as anything that has a touch of evil goes anywhere near it, it turns to a gas, and someone can pass straight through it without even knowing there's water there. The phenomenon, actually, a very similar thing exists in the Feywild, just to let you know. Also, they encountered something else, which were light fountains. Now, these are seemingly inviting and wondrous to the eyes. They give a gentle warmth in close proximity. However, the droplets of light are actually white-hot slivers of arcane fire. After the planet's core was bombarded with spells and of all schools of magic during the War of the Ages, when the planet was sundered and broken apart, the resulting melting pot caused unexplained vents of magic to spring up anywhere it chooses, and they're like exhaust ports for the planet. These can portal in anywhere they wanted. They take a variety of different forms, and it just so happened that Tad decided to investigate this in the previous game, and he got himself burnt. Their whole reason for being in this secret garden was to try and find 5 missing crew from the vessel known as the Depth Charge, which has been chartered for them to take them from West Point around the Shimmer Cove and onto a place called Orsdance. That there is a certain way they have to go, and there are certain obstacles they have to overcome before they get there. They managed to escape the garden through one of the water pools. More spiders were incoming as they escaped, and they then found themselves at the base of a 200-meter tall rock, the Temple Rock, where in the distance, on a shale beach, round the corner to the left, they could just see poking out the bow of the Depth Charge in sight, and carrying their... We have a hype training coming. I haven't looked at that for 2 minutes. Oh my god. Right. So with your new human or humanoid cargo in tow, you're on the beach. I will ask you, what would you like to do?
I would like to get on boats.
Yeah,
I would like to vote, please.
Yeah.
Both sounds very good.
I throw like 2 of the crewmen like on top of my shoulder. Unless they're still unconscious, I'm not entirely sure.
I was gonna say, should we try to
Yeah,
wake them
yeah.
up, or
We should try to wake them up, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we're
Otherwise,
mostly safe.
we gotta carry them.
Yeah.
Okay, so these sacks are still sealed, apart from the one that you opened and attacked Tad with the enveloped like latex skin almost, and it was like a smoke vapor thing that just disappeared out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but these 5 things are still closed.
Did we pull them out, or did we drop
No,
them
yeah.
down?
I thought we cut them.
Yeah, I thought we cut them out.
You cut them loose, but you dragged them out when they were still in the sacks. I think you've opened.
Oh, the one that Finland rescued.
Oh.
The one Finland rescued. He was still underwater. That's why I didn't cut it open.
The spiders came in pretty quick, so you had to basically
Got it.
exit at speed. So you still have the sacks with you. There may be little nicks to find out if there's actually a person or a body inside, but that's about it.
Okay.
Okay, so we gotta rip open the
Cut them open.
sacks. Yeah, cut open sacks.
Yeah, just gonna dagger, just kind of
Everybody got
carefully
something
not
sharp?
stab anybody. Just,
Don't
Just like,
pick our hands or things.
yeah, not gonna like peek in this time. Just
Just because I want to, and I know that you'll probably roll well on it. Just roll a dexterity check, Tad.
Oh, okay.
oh.
Was that
That's
a
I mean, it's a 10. It's fine. 10 total.
The
Not
DC,
five,
the
but
DC
10
was a
total.
10. If you'd have got a 9, however, it would be instant death. But no, a 10's fine. Yeah, so you carve open for the sake. I'm going to do the map thing, and for the sake of brevity, you you were able to very deftly carve open the sacks. So you can now see the two humans, the halfling, and no, the two humans, the half-orc, and the two elves.
Yes.
Are now out in their uniforms that they would wear as sailors on board ship. They're now laid out on the shale beach, but they are unconscious.
I'm gonna just go grab some seawater in my hand and just kind of let it splash on their faces.
Okay.
Not mad at it.
So I'm trying to faff with the music for a second. Do you do that for all of them, or just one?
I mean, just the first one. I'll say the half orc. I go and just kind of splash a little handful of water on their face, just see if that stirs anything, or if they're just still.
There's no change.
Okay.
Wonder if we should
can
go
I-
get someone from the ship to come and help us, because most of our party is not going to be able to drag. If only we had someone who could fly quickly over there.
Be nice.
But wait.
Can I
Oh,
slap
shit.
you?
And then I'm gonna take off. Do a full sprint, so fly and then dash and then action dash like a full. Like, buzzing wing.
Sorry guys, the sound just broke up for a second for me. I can't really hear what you were saying. Are we back? Do we have anyone?
Check.
The feed seems to have completely.
There it is.
Oh, there we're back. Right.
There we
okay,
go.
we're back.
We're
Okay,
good.
what
That was-
happened?
I
That
don't
was
know.
definitely Discord.
Discord.
don't-
Discord
Okay,
did
I was-
something.
I swear, I thought it was me. I was like panicking. Oh my god, did I
Oh,
just
me
mess up
too.
the stream?
Me too. No. Okay.
Okay. We're
Okay.
fine.
It's been
Rewind.
5 minutes.
Rewind 45 seconds and action.
Fly.
I slapped one of them awake.
No!
Yeah, that work. He can take it. The half work.
No!
All right.
We have
Roll,
a plan that we're
roll.
doing.
Roll. No. He said it. He said it. Roll a strength check. Roll a strength
It's
check.
a bell on you.
Okay.
And that's 20.
No. Where's the dot gotta be in the bottom or top for the number?
Bottom.
Bottom.
So it's either
Oh,
6
I
or a
rolled
9.
6 plus 2, 8.
8. No, he's not awake. He's got a nice little handprint on his face now, as you absolutely knock the green
bit-
off his face.
He did this behind everybody's back, and now he's just whistling like he didn't do anything.
But
I'm just gonna
they at no
gently-
point heard the.
With like in a friendly way, just kind of stab him with a needle. Like we're gonna start working on some what's it called? Some training
what?
here.
Like you spray a
Every
dog with a
time you
water
slap
bottle.
You
and
have a
punch
water
when you
bottle?
don't need to, I'm gonna stab you. Stop
Just to click
it.
it.
Put your hands in your pockets and stop.
Hey, these hands just took out all these spiders and druids. Thank you very much. But yeah, you're right.
All by themselves. Yes. Good job, hands.
Good
You
job,
did it.
guys.
I'll walk away.
Yeah, just jet engines over to the ship. And
Okay.
just,
As you leave O'Brien's out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've now got 5 unconscious bodies on the shale beach. You can see the boat.
Yep.
What are you
Let's go
going
to
to
the
do?
boat.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Tad. What did you say before all things went haywire?
oh yeah, so I'm flying directly to the ship, full like dash and cunning action dash, all my rogue speed, like everything just like full, something like a dirt bike, just going.
Did you stealth before this?
No.
It just... I think I've watched that back about 5 times.
Oh, it's great.
When you did
Just
this.
the curl. Yeah.
Insanely funny. Right, so you hell for leather across the about a quarter mile away. So basically, Tad disappears from your from view. I can't talk from your view. As you pull up to the side of the ship, you can see that Captain Hylia and Virgil are on the side of the quarterdeck where the wheel is, and they are looking for your arrival. They do sort of look a little bit confused, a little bit worried, as only one of you arrive when there were 6 of you, and there's still no crew. So she sort of looks at you and says, "So where are they?"
They're down by the beach. We're fine. It was just like, and I kind of just point, a quarter mile that way. We found everybody. They're alive. Pretty sure. They were unconscious. Can't wake them up. I splashed water. We didn't try anything else. But they're there. We can't carry them back. So I don't know if you guys want to come. It's literally, you can see it. It's like right behind that rock. That's kind of there. We're right here.
Virgil steps forward. The quite imposing-looking, bold, dark-skinned gentleman. He walks forward and says, "What the hell happened?"
So, okay, there's a series of events. I should not be the one to explain this. Okay, so there was a bakery, and then they came out of the bakery, and there was a fight, and then they were friends after the fight, and then they went to a tavern, and I think they fought again, and then they got taken to this big, like, spider nest, and there were spiders, and there were creepy plant ladies, and there was, like, goo everywhere, and then there was, like, a fountain that was also the sun, and it was, they were in egg
Virgil just holds
sacs.
his hand up like this and just says, "Tell me about the pastries. Did they survive or not?"
No, but I'm sure we
God
made friends
damn
with
it.
the lady. So no, it's fine. Don't worry.
He
We made,
storms off onto the boat. So Hailey
and
is just
they'll
look.
probably give us a free one. She was so sweet.
He's gone. He's gone. Hailey, Iris just sort of looks around and it's like, hold on. She turns around and shouts behind her for several crew members to come down off the gangplank and then come and assist you to bring their fallen crew back to the ship. So as you set off back to your compadres, you're now in tow with 5 more of the ship's crew, running back to where you are.
Walk this time. Yeah.
Have anyone else been doing anything to try and wake these guys up in his absence, or are you just waiting for him to return?
No.
So Tad, as you round the corner, you just see Eloin sort of like this. Oh no, he's kind of like the same height, isn't he?
Yeah, we're the same height.
Yeah.
So it looks as if like a fight has ensued. Eloin's just got this needle to like his throat almost, and just going, "Stop! Don't do it."
Tad knows exactly what's happened. Is the
Just
thing.
put a smile on.
Call
Just
me the
try
violent
it.
one.
Ted, try it.
I'm
Hands out pockets.
helping.
Fuck around and see what happens.
While Tad was gone, Birdwin doesn't have any kind of waking maneuvers that haven't been tried, so I'm just kind of waiting it out. But Birdwin did want to thank Isha for the help in the coming out of the cave, because I nearly ate it from drowning and not being strong because I'm a little baby. But she also just wants to kind of check and make sure that he's okay, because some weirdness was happening there, but she wanted to thank him and check in on Isha while we were waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Isha, while everybody's waiting, he's just kind of chilling on the beach and just watching the waves. Really just lost in his own head, especially with the quote-unquote outburst that he had with the magic. And he looks at Birdwin and just casually says, "I'm not going to let any of us go down. I can't live with myself if I let that happen. And I can't really explain what happened with the thorns. I'm still kind of processing that myself."
Isha, just make me another wisdom saving throw for me.
Sure. That is an 11.
11. As you say that to Bird, and then your consciousness sort of goes back to the ocean. The ocean to you is a sort of dichotomy between calmness and serene, and somewhere that you like to be, and also there is also a deep-seated sort of hatred about a certain time in your life when you had to take to water when you really did not want to. So every time you're on board a ship or anytime you're near water, you have this sort of, it feels calm and it feels safe. But depending on how your brain takes it, you can also have an absolute opposition to this, to the water itself. And right now, you're starting to think that these waves are going to start encroaching on you a little bit. So you just instinctively take a few steps backwards, get the rock behind you, feel the rock on your back, and you just stand there. You're not really saying much, but your breath's got a little bit high in your chest, and you're just trying to calm down a little bit. As all this happens, you hear. The arrival of Tad with 5 new friends. As crew members arrive from the ship, and one of them is a human female. She's got blonde hair tied back up in a high top bun. Obviously, very similar garb to everybody else who works on board ship, and she just runs over to you and says, "Did you try to wake them up, or what happened to them?"
We splashed water on their face. I don't think anybody tried anything else.
She just kneels down to one of them and literally just takes a hand to the face. She sees.
Thank you.
Finland immediately seems vindicated. She spots the handprint on one of the other faces. And go, "Oh, so you did try, but nothing happened. Oh, right, okay. We will lift and we will take back to the ship." So unless any of you want to offer to carry, the 5 crew members are willing to take them over their shoulders straight back. Are you sure? Yeah.
I will, if it helps.
And Finland as well. So okay, you each take one of them over the thing, and 3 others as you start to now at a brisk jog, brisk pace over the beach on the shale. Bird. Just make me a acrobatics check.
Okay. Acrobatics. It's not 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I just wanted a number in my head. That's all. Tom, sorry, I'm going to call you by your character names. No, you don't know. You don't know.
Don't know.
Finland, can you please make me a perception check as you start to move off?
Perception check.
Yeah.
+2. So, okay.
There's something in this sand. Something's happening.
Can't see.
I'll give him ideas.
16 + 2, that is 18.
18. As you start to round the rock, as more of the ship now comes into view, you notice what looks like a tall humanoid shape that is right next to the stone as you round the corner. It's about 30 feet from you. You get an instant recollection of someone that is very close to you and that you've been looking for.
Oh, snap. Sorry, hold on. I wasn't ready for this. Finland immediately drops the crew member he was carrying on his shoulders.
So,
Well, it's 3 feet, so it's not that tall.
yeah. Still a
And-
it's shale rock, so they're gonna hit with it's like feathers.
And in oh gosh, I need to look this up real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to verify something real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
In an atypical manner that everybody's not used to seeing Finland in, he immediately runs and jumps like in a loving manner, like basically into the chest of his best friend Thali, the stone giant.
As you run and jump towards the figure that you see, you actually hit the wall. It wasn't him.
Oh no!
It looked incredible. The way the sun hit the rock, it was just like his skin. The arm was outstretched in a way that you'd seen before. You could swear to God you saw those eyes. But as you got closer, it was literally just an odd rock formation that came and looked like your friend. And as you run and hug, you just hit stone.
Finland just stands there, not phased at all from hitting the rock, but realizing immediately that it wasn't who he thought it was or anything, as he just looks up and just looks at the, reminded of the one person that he still has in his life.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and one of the new crew members, a gnome gentleman, kind of old in years, and he's got a little bit of a grey beard that stretches down to possibly just below his solar plexus, bald on top. He's got little half-moon glasses on the end of his nose, and he just sort of looks at you and says, "Well, son, I've done the same thing before. We all see things sometimes that just aren't real. Better luck next time." And he totters off.
Next time, he whispers, next time. And he goes back and he picks up the person he was carrying unapologetically and just continues on like if nothing happened.
Okay, so stoically just carries on walking, picks up the body, and continues on his way towards the boat.
Doesn't look at any member of his party that might have witnessed something atypical from his normal reactions they've seen so far.
Right, Bird, with that natural 20 acrobatics check, you managed to sidestep a rather large rock that was sticking out of the ground. As you were looking round at everybody else doing their thing, you hardly saw it coming, but you managed to just spot it at the last second, leap over very deftly, but then you stop in your tracks and turn around because you see this little patch of purple yellow moss just sitting on top of the rock that immediately just brings back something into your consciousness, and as you reach out and just hover your fingers over it, you hear a voice in your head, and the voice says, "Winnie, oh Winnie,
I'm here.
have you made any progress yet?"
Nothing new today.
Because
Same
I'm
as last
kind of fucking stuck here, doing nothing.
I know. I'm doing my best. I'm listening. I'm waiting for the clues. I need more information from you.
Well, where are you going to get more information from? Where are you right now? Can you tell me
I'm
where you
on
are?
a beach. I'm getting on a boat. I'm traveling. I'm gonna go learn some new things.
Do they have books on that
No,
boat?
I doubt it.
Find information. It's
Okay.
in your best interests, my dear.
Yes.
Sound goes back out your head again, and you're back to your normal self. Right. So as we continue, Back to the boat. The boat is now ever closer and ever closer and ever closer, and as you get back to it, you can see the gangplank is there. Captain Hylia is stood on the railing of the back of the boat, with sort of one leg up, one leg down, with a beaming smile on her face, as she can now see that her crew has returned to the ship. I'm sweating. I've still got chat up. I've still got it up. So the captain greets you very, very welcomely as you come back on board. What do you do with the bodies?
I don't have one.
Me and Isha have them.
So Isha
and
will
Finland, yeah.
Isha will go to about the middle of the deckhand and gently put down the body, and he actually would go to the captain right after, and because he's in that sort of fight and flight mental state right now, he's just gonna ask for work. He's like, I need to keep my hands busy. You got anything for me to do?
Virgil, the quartermaster, walks over to you, and he instantly recognizes the look on your face. That of almost like PTSD shell shock, and he's seen it so many times before, and he knows, like you just said, that the best way to treat a mind like this is just to keep it busy until whatever is seeped in there just works its way out. So he just puts his hand around your shoulder and sort of leads you over to a lot of the cargo that is yet to be tethered to the side of the ship, and he says, take a rope, my son. Help me tie this up, huh?
Yeah.
So
Isha
you
just
do that.
nods, and Isha nods in agreement, and he just gets to work.
Okay. Instantly, as soon as you get the ropes in your hands and you feel that bind against your skin again, you start to relax. You spent a lot of time on ships. You've tied various different knots, and where this is busy work and it's also, it can be very hard, this calms you down. So your mind just goes into a very relaxed state. You just focus on the work, and you just start to get all the crates and all the barrels that you can see, and you're tying them up, and you're being very, very diligent about this. The bodies now are laying in the middle of the main deck by the main mast of the ship. Captain Hylia comes down and strides down the stairs and stands over. For those of you who weren't here for the last session, Captain Hylia basically looks like if Kate Beckinsale from Van Helsing was a tiefling.
Oh, wow.
A lilac-skinned, red-eyed, black-horned tiefling. She's very attractive. And I unfortunately did not put her artwork in the bloody slideshow, so I'll have... There it is! There she is.
Woo!
Hell
okay.
yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Girls serving looks, yo. So as you see this beautiful woman walk down the steps and walk up to the bodies on the ground, she takes a moment just to look at them, and then she puts her head up towards the bow of the ship and just says, Mr. Bones, if you would. Now, if you remember, there was a voice that you heard emanating, a low rumble from the front of the ship. And as you hear that voice again, just say, Aye, Captain. That silver mist that emanated from that skull's mouth at the front of the ship starts to come out and wrap itself around the bow of the boat. It comes up over the bow of the boat, onto the main deck, envelops the 5 bodies on the ground, who within a few seconds open their eyes as the mist retreats and goes back down to wherever it came from. The bodies are now awake. The captain looks at them and just looks at the rest of the crew and says, take them below. Get them some rest, get them some food and water. Make sure they're tended for. And she looks at you guys. I cannot thank you enough. You have made my ship whole again. As agreed, your passage to Orstange is commuted to 0. You have free passage on board my ship, and free reign of any part of it whenever you please. We set sail in an hour. If you want to go back to town to get any supplies that you wish to get, then by all means do it now, and then I will see you on board deck in an hour.
Tad has run off to explore the ship, just sprinted into the deck.
As we all kind of break, I'm gonna just pass Finn and give him a little like punch on the arm. Like,
Oh.
it's okay, buddy.
Oh,
Apparently that's his love language.
yeah.
And
Finland kind of acknowledges the punch as now something of a familiar,
adorable.
friendly gesture.
And then run in the opposite direction of Tad so that I can get somewhere first.
Okay, Tad, you're going downstairs?
Yeah. My goal, full disclosure, is to find captain's quarters immediately. And she said full free reign of anywhere I want to go. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find some.
Okay, so as you're
He's in
around,
hands on all of these.
so you're around about the main deck of the ship. Sorry, the main mast of the ship. The rear cargo hold grate has been opened to reveal a set of stairs, which you immediately dart down to the deck just below there, which is the I've forgotten which deck it is of the ship it is. It's the first. We'll call it the first deck. Why not? Immediately as you go down those stairs and to your right hand side, you do see a pair of double doors with brass handles, almost I'd say stained glass, not a mural. It's literally just it's got wrought iron within it, and it's of different colours, but it doesn't really make a picture. There's no sign above the door. There is just a door there with 2 brass handles.
Immediately.
Straight to it.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and lockpick.
Oh, is it locked?
You don't know.
Oh, I'm just gonna try to open it. I'm just gonna jiggle the handle.
Locked.
Okay, so she clearly didn't mean anywhere. Okay. I guess I'll go somewhere else then. I'm just gonna keep on moving my way. If it's locked, I'm not gonna. It's clearly off limits, but you know.
As you turn around, you bump in to Hylia.
Hey, okay, you said anywhere. This door is locked. Can I go in here?
She sort of just narrows her gaze a little bit at you, and then reaches inside a coat, pulls out a gold key, and
Oh.
door opens.
Just gonna wiggle my way in. Just look around. Just kind of peek through stuff. Open some drawers. Just.
She is just standing, sort of leaning on the door frame with one leg hooked up onto the door, just sort of smiling and watching as you're doing this.
Yeah. Just every little drawer I'll open and close. Just look at. I'm not stealing anything because she was really nice, and I'm just looking at everything and just fully.
So what you see are many charters. You see ledgers of previous missions that they've been on, and the cargo that they've collected, and the sales records of what they sold. You see a name of hello, Joey. You see the name Shanty Island on many of these records as you go down. There is also some very fine jewellery in some of these drawers. There's also some very fetching clothing in some of these drawers as well. These are her personal quarters, so you're basically rifling through her wardrobe right now. As she just still stands there and leaning on the side of the door frame, and she just speak up after a couple of minutes of you just like tearing her place apart. She's, "Is there something I can help you find?"
No. You said we have free reign of the ship, so I just thought.
Maybe next time I should watch what I say.
If you don't want me here, I don't have to. I can leave. It's okay. I just was curious. You go to Shanty Island a lot. That sounds fun. That sounds like a fun place. Is that is that where you're from, or is that just like a ship thing?
Maybe next time I should definitely watch what I say. I think you've seen everything you'll see in this, and she sort of just basically holds you by the shoulders, shepherds you back out at the door, closes the door behind you, and you hear the key, and it locks. And then you hear through the doorway, "Anywhere else is fine."
Thank you. I'm just open my pocket. She's gonna have to lock it right away, and then I'm just gonna go about the ship and just find some food, just chill out. It was more of this. She looked interesting, and I wanted to see where she lived. But
you saw some
sure.
You saw some Victoria's Secret shit in some of those. Some of
Makes
those
sense.
throws. It was
gosh.
quite tasty, and you've no idea who that's for either. So think about that if you will. Right, Eloin, where did you go?
Did I go?
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm just going. I'm running around laps. Is there is there a spot that's quiet and away from everybody on the deck by any chance?
As you go
Or
down,
that maybe
do you go
after- or can I
downstairs, or are you
scope
still
out?
on the main deck?
I want to scope out if there's a place maybe after everyone goes to sleep that would have enough space for me to move around.
Okay. Sorry. Are you still on the main deck, or did you go downstairs?
Yes.
You're still on the main deck.
No, I'm on the main deck.
You don't really need to make a perception check, especially because you've got a passive perception of 19. Bing. Absolutely. I mean, when everyone goes to sleep, there is skeleton crew. There's probably going to be no one on the main deck, to be quite honest with you, apart from possibly someone driving the ship. But they will be way in the back, and the bow is kind of open, especially now that Isha has set to work on securing all the cargo to the side rails. There's plenty of room on the bow of the ship to move around.
And I'm gonna just, for now, kind of walk around, look at kind of what's going on, and if there's anything interesting to be seen and interactions and things like that. But for the most part, just kind of bide my time and know that I'm gonna do something later.
Okay. As you're here, you can see that the sun is starting to drop in the sky. The yellows and oranges of the evening are starting to take the sky over. Would any of you like to go off ship and go back to town, as she said, because you've got an hour before you actually depart from this port, so you don't all have to stay on board if you don't wish?
Isha would like to get the cargo taken care of and then take a trip into town.
Okay. So as you tie the last barrel, and you do a very nice reef knot to make it sure it's, because that's the only knot I know. So it's a reef knot. It's dash is secure. You see Eloin just sort of just whiz past you and just sort of just start inspecting around a little bit, and she's like little feet just padding around, and you sort of look a little bit confused and a bit intuitively at her, and then say, "All right, yeah, town." So you go down the gangplank, you land onto the docks, and you have the town ahead of you. Whereabouts are you heading? Are you going anywhere particular?
There was a bookstore that you mentioned in a previous session.
Allow me to consult my notes.
That's why I just pulled up brief notes.
There was a couple. There was
The name of the bookshop is in my notes.
I've got it written down. It's right here.
Yes.
It's called A Tale of Many Tomes.
That's
Such a
it.
good name.
Okay. So you So let me pull up the map of the town. So you are there on the docks. So, you get onto the docks. Like you kind of remember seeing it before when you were making your way to the docks, but you kind of forgotten where. Through all that's happened, and your mind being controlled by a dryad, you can't quite remember. So, as you get onto the dock lines and you start to walk up to the where you start to see buildings start to become very close, you see the familiar figure of the drunken idiot that should have been escorting you to the harbour to board your ship. And he sort of like looks at you and says, "Ah, you look different, or am I starting to sober up? Did I see you in a pub?"
For a little bit, you did, my good friend.
Did you find the ship?
Isha just casually looks back to the ship and I'm assuming 50 feet, 75 feet. Clearly the ship's right there.
He sort of just does that sort of like if you're in the camera shot, he just sort of leads from out the side of you like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
oh yeah, there she is. It's on that big blue wobbly thing called the water. Oh god, I need a cup of tea. Where can I help?
I'm looking for the... Oh gosh, I had it in my head. The store of many tombs. I completely forgot about it.
Oh, the Undertakers.
Yes, actually.
We don't have one. People die, we just chuck them in the sea. I think you mean possibly the Tale of Many Tomes. Are you looking for a bookstore?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's it.
So, I can tell you where that is. If you just head straight up that street, directly behind me, just go a block in and then turn left and you'll see it.
Thank you very much. And Isha remains cordial, but he's not the biggest fan of drunken idiots.
Assholes.
Like, just if someone's lost in their cups, he kind of loses respect for them, and he just does not engage further. He just starts walking.
To be quite honest with you, Fernwater really doesn't engage with you any further either, because he'd forgotten where he was as soon as he started talking to you. So he kind of just picks a random direction by licking his finger, finding which way the wind's going, and that's the way he totters off into town somewhere else. So, taking his directions as written, you do make your way up that street, and you do turn left, and he actually set you right. You come across a very quaint single-story shop with a thatched roof. The windows are cleanly polished. There are nice window boxes with flowers. There's a very sturdy wooden door that's slightly ajar, and immediately when you approach, you can smell that book smell. That old tomes. Many times people have leafed through these pages. The dust in there as well. It's such a homely smell. Do you go in?
I would first knock, just to alert that I'm coming in.
So politely,
you actually
and the door just sort of swings open with the force of you knocking, because you're a big lad. Inside, it's relatively just very plain, but you can tell these books have been here for a hell of a long time. There are just two bookshelves, one across the left-hand wall and one across the right-hand wall. In the middle there is just a wooden floor. It's got a nice purple rug down on the ground, and at the far end you see a small table with an oil lamp, and you see hunched behind this table a very, very, very old, wizened human woman. the hair that she's got left is sort of gathered together and sort of tied with a piece of twine to make it into kind of a ponytail that sort of hangs out the right hand side of her head. She wears a knitted bonnet over the other head. Her face is elongated because of just the rigors of time. The wrinkles are, you could climb within them and wonder what you'd find. The eyes are sunken back into the head and become little beads, and she has some very large glasses, very large circular glasses on the front of her face, and she sort of looks up and goes, "Hello? Is somebody there?"
Isha, very much like being at home on this ship, he's walking towards this old lady, but he's kind of like brushing his hand over the shelving and the book spines, and he's just giddy because there's just so many old books. And he's like, "Hi, I see you have a lot of books here. What is your name?"
The glasses that she's wearing on her face would normally denote that she could possibly see something, but she looks around like someone's just tried to rob her because she hears a voice inside the shop. She's no idea where the sound is coming from, but then she realizes that your voice has got quite a nice timbre to it, so she puts the bat down that she grabbed from underneath her desk and just picks up her walking stick and just sort of holds it close to her. She says, "What, are you looking for something in particular?"
So Isha notices her initial shock and in a gentle tone goes, "My name's Isha. I would love to know your name, but also, do you have any books on history of magic or magic in general? I would love to partake with them."
She now, as you got a little bit closer, she can almost feel the bass in your chest sort of resonating in the room. Because her bones are like tissue paper. So is her skin. She's so old. So like a strong black breath would probably knock her over. But the sort of sound and the knowing that there's someone quite close and talking to her in a very calm, very polite manner is sort of making her warm to you a little bit. So she sort of looks up in the general direction where she thinks your face is. Yeah, and she just make a perception check.
Sure. Perception. 13 plus 2, that is 15.
That's good. The glasses that she's wearing, they are made of glass, but you can see that on the front of the glasses it's actually a painting of where it covers her face. So her eyes are painted onto the front of the glasses. The surrounding of her eyes and eyebrows are painted onto the front of the glasses. And as you just sort of like do this and look round, she doesn't have eyes. Her lids are closed, and you can see what the remnants of thread that's been. Her eyes have been sewn shut years ago. But she's painted the eyes onto the front of the glasses to appear normal. This is why she was doing this when you walked in the building, because she didn't know where you were. She can't see, she's blind. So she says, "Well, my name is Regina Crispleaf. Guess how old I am?"
Isha does not mention that he knows about the painted glasses. He's full into it. He's just goes, "Regina, what a beautiful name. You don't look anything older than 80."
Oh, you're a sweet boy. How handsome you look as well. Obviously, you know that's bullshit. She can't see you.
Yeah.
Right, you're looking for books of magic, are you? Lovely. As I find my notes, that's which that pertains to. Never be a DM, guys. You're just gonna absolutely drown in pieces of paper. Okay, here we go. Roll a D100 for me.
Okay, I have to go to D&D Beyond for that.
Yeah, you do.
God, they don't even have a D100.
Just roll 2d10s, basically.
Okay, thank you. That makes a lot of sense.
And then if... Oh,
No,
actually,
I
no.
can I can roll for you.
I was gonna say I did roll one.
42.
No, it doesn't matter.
42. Right. That roll was basically with the 15 perception check as well. When you were like running your fingers across the shelves of where the books were, you noticed that none of them had any titles on them. These are just old, leather-bound, worn tomes. She's no idea what's on her shelves. She's been in this building for so long, she's forgotten who she is. Probably she remembered her name this time. But these are just they don't know what kind of books are. So 42. You start to look across the shelves, and you notice that a few of the better looking books, the ones that the spines are quite intact, and the leather's not frayed away and started to fall away, and you can see the internal stitching of the book. One of them has like a gold thread inlay that you see, and it sort of like appeals to you a little bit. So you grab that off the shelf, and as you open the book, what's it called? As you open the front, the cover, and you see the front page of the book says, "My life as a human being, a dragon's observation of humanoid culture."
Isha is completely obsessed over the title. And he's just like... How's a good example? He's like that kid who goes to a toy store and just realizes that he found a limited edition toy that no one's ever seen before. Like there's nobody to really like be excited with him because he's the only one there. But he starts to like hold it close because he wants it so badly.
As you start to leaf through the book, you just see these. It's almost like a diary of sorts of it's fiction. It's not real. This is not non-fiction, but this is the interpretation of the 10 years in the life of a dragon who has been isolated his entire life, and he has been praying and keeping watch over a small village of humans. He's attacked some of them sometimes, but then he started to notice the fear in their eyes when he came near, so he sort of took a back step and just observed them over time. And he wanted to, like, there's a section where he starts to pick up their mannerisms. He tries to use a knife and fork for the first time.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Absolutely. And sort of gets them, like, he has to go in to the village at night and steal a pair of cutlery, and then go back to his cave. And he's killed like a rabbit or something like that, and he's trying to use it but fails miserably because his claws won't hold them, and he wonders how he can sort of like get what are these things on the end of their wrists? You know, how could they be so dexterous and I can't? There's other things he wonders why they can't fly, but then realizes they don't have wings. And also the lifespan seems baffling to him because he sees people like growing older, and then he doesn't see them anymore because dragons live for God knows how many many years, and then it's like they're constantly digging holes and putting things inside and covering the holes back up. And so yeah, this is like like Bridget Jones' Diary, but she was a dragon. sort of thing. But unfortunately, she's not a magic book. You do come to the realization that it will take you an inordinate amount of time to be able to narrow down a book that is purely about the history of magic in a bookshop of this type, because there are no titles on any of the books.
So, with that realization, Isha does want to get the the Diary of the Dragon, because he's gonna be on this ship with the depth charge for quite some time, and he needs entertainment. So he does intend to buy the book. He goes to Regina, and he elaborates on the book and explains it to her, and asks her how much she would part with it.
She she sort of like pretends to squint, but the eyes don't move, obviously, because you know what's going on now.
Yeah.
She says, well, that particular book is very old, almost as old as me, 80. I would let that book go for 5 gold pieces.
Isha just agrees full-heartedly. He's not gonna try and cheat her. He's gonna literally and loudly put down 5 pieces of gold.
I was gonna say, she holds her hand out, but her hand goes in the wrong direction entirely. As you very gentlemanly hold it by the wrist and pull it back into the direction it should go. And place the 5 gold very gently into the palm of her very, very wizened hand and close it for her. And she feels the metal in her hand and sort of jiggles it. She knows it's 5 gold. She looks up and she says, I hope you have many, many nice evenings with that tome, dear boy. Please come back again, and you can possibly find a magic book.
Isha tells the old lady that it might be some time before he returns, but he hopes that she remembers him, and that by the time he does return, he might have a few stories to tell her himself.
There's like a 5-second pause.
So cute.
And then she looks sort of back in your general direction again, and she says, welcome to the tale of many... Welcome to the tale of many tomes. How can I help you? She's forgotten who you are.
And Isha knows. He knows that he's very... And
do you
at this
tiptoe
point,
out of the shop, or do you do?
He does exactly.
Oh, you tight sod. That's so unfair. So she's now just in the shop going, hello, hello, as you very quietly just leave, looking at. I've been waiting to roleplay her for such a long time. I just wanted to find this woman who basically, she was completely blind, but she wanted people to think that she wasn't. So she's got someone to paint her eyes on the front of the glasses, bless her. Right, anybody else like to do anything before the ship departs?
Both of us, so her first.
Okay, ladies first. Bird.
Bird wants to run back into town and go visit the parlor of many things.
Ooh. Okay.
Now, side question.
Yes.
Does Bird know what she's looking for? Because we necessarily haven't, I don't have a list.
You've no clue.
Right.
The conversation that you just had on the beach was as vague as it's always been. She's not giving you any clues of how to help her, but she's now just started to berate you every chance she gets.
Okay. But yeah, so she wants to go back to the parlor of many things and do a once over of what they got in there.
All right. Okay, so you've again you see this once on your way through. So what you do is
Yeah.
you because of your elven nature, you can sort of like remember tracks and remember where you've been previously. This is on the way down from the Salty Cups Tavern that you started off from. When you went to the end and you turned right and you came down by a wall, it was sort of tucked just in there. This
Yes.
building is part of another building, but basically there is a quite a narrow, like the wood almost looks like it's been petrified, but it's just grey. It looks quite fragile. The surround of the door is like slightly askew as well, so it looks like the building is straight, but the shop is sort of on a tilt, almost. There is a single window that is absolutely covered in cobwebs. You cannot see inside, and all the panes of glass are just riddled with dust. But there is a little sign that swings outside that says the parlour of many things. A little bit like the leaky cauldron sign
Yeah,
in
that's kinda-
Harry Potter. So when you approach it, the lettering appears, and as you sort of walk away, the lettering disappears off.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, she's going in. Full stop.
She's going in. All right. So
Yeah.
do you knock or do you just open the door?
I just opened the door.
All right. So you open the door. It opens for about maybe 6 inches and stops.
Hello?
There's no response.
Hello? I'm gonna knock a couple times. Yeah.
Still no response. Make a strength check.
We're 15.
15. You and as you push, you notice that the bottom of the door sort of almost breaks away as you look down, and there was a wedge that would usually be used to hold a door open, and this was being used to hold the door closed. So the door now swings freely on its sort of like skew with hinge and sort of hits the floor and stays open. As you walk in to just past the threshold of the door, the entire building is on its side. So the floor is on a slant down from high left to low right. The building is still straight, but the internal is just skew with. Inside, you just see a stark wall on either side of you. You don't see anything. The only thing on these walls are thin pieces of what you think used to be drapery, used to be fabric or some sort of curtaining. The tassel ties hang on each side, but there's just completely threadbare, and they're old and they're almost like mildewed slightly. There's a smell in this building that is it almost reminds you of like the lower deck of a ship. You can see sort of like mollusks and things, and also almost, barnacles as well, just like clinging to parts of the floor. As you like go in, you notice it only goes in possibly about say 15 feet, and that's the entire thing. But as I said, it's on this slant. You look down and you see an empty bobbin of thread that's rolling up the hill. It's not rolling down. It starts at the right and it starts to roll up to the left, and it hits the wall and sort of just bangs it a little bit, as it would if it was rolling down the hill. That then your eyes drift upwards and draws attention to the end of the shop where there's nothing you can see that's in it. There is a brass. It almost looks like a lantern, but the where the light is emanating from it, it's not fire. There's just light just appearing out the top of this light. It almost looks like a conch shell, and from inside the conch shell there is just a light emanating outwards. There is a desk, and there is a small brass bell on it, and behind the desk there is again a ripped curtain that just sort of hangs off its. There's a metal hanger just on the top that's sort of like broken down a little bit, and this old grey, very holy material just sort of like just wafts in a gentle breeze, or you don't even know where the breeze is coming from, apart from possibly the door you just opened. There doesn't seem to be anyone in here.
Okay.
But what do you want to do?
Can I like do Arcana check, kind of see what I can notice about the floor, because it's off.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible so we can get back to the ship, but I wanted to give you the opportunity individually to do things.
Yeah,
this is
fine.
amazing. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm listening. I'm engrossed.
Yes.
It's only a 5.
Arcana check.
Yeah.
This is a messed up shop.
Yeah.
One, there's nothing in it. Two, it's on a slant and the thing's rolling in the wrong direction. And 3, you don't see a shop owner anywhere. Do you go further into the shop? Are you currently just over the threshold?
Yeah, I mean, she's annoyed at her encounter. She knows she's supposed to be doing something. This had promise. She's not sure now, but she does want to go in and try to get to that desk and see if there's a ledger, something there. So I think she's gonna go to the right.
Okay. There isn't much right, as there isn't much left. It's it's kind of just like a corridor as you walk in. Obviously on a. So as you'd like try to walk normally, but you can't because you're in a slant. As you approach the desk itself, the light from the conch shell that's shining on the curtain on the back wall. This light is permanently just fixed. Not a bright light, but it's emanating in that direction, just shining on the curtain. The closer you get to the desk, the dimmer the light becomes. As the light starts to dim, just make a perception check for me.
Seven.
Okay. You're a little bit frustrated that no one's like presented themselves to you yet, or nothing. You want to know what the hell this place is.
Yeah.
Also, the mere fact that the light is starting to dim as you get closer is slightly odd. But you do, with a 7, just beyond the curtain, in one of the large holes that's ripped into it, basically, you can see sort of the very, very, very vague outline of a face.
Okay. Can I how close am I to the desk?
You're about, I'd say, 5 feet away from the desk now. The desk is about 5 feet in depth, and then behind that to the curtain and beyond is about another, I'd say, 7 feet from where you are. So you're about 12 feet away from the curtain.
Okay. So I want to just gonna scoot up a little bit and then just reach up and ring the bell.
And ring the bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Staying back, she's just gonna reach far.
So at arm's length.
Yeah.
You're sort of one of these.
Yeah.
Okay, so you reach out and you ring the bell.
Yes.
The light goes off. Behind the curtain, you now see the face of this, not an old woman, but a very gaunt, long, stretched visage of what used to be a woman, but she a hair hangs like scraggly over her face. Her eyes are piercing and bright blue. But this face just comes out of the curtain. There isn't a body attached to it. And it starts to float towards you in your direction. As it starts to float in your direction, the mouth starts to open slightly. What are you doing?
Does that, well, does that count as a humanoid, or is it just the face?
This is not a humanoid.
Okay. Thought I'd ask.
Not currently, anyway.
Right, not currently. I just, hi, there was a shop. I came in. Might, like, take a step back, but I want to try to talk to it.
You want to try to talk? Okay.
I am going to try to talk to it.
As you say that, the head, so that it pauses for a second. It has a bit of a confused look on its face. And then you see like a shoulder mantle just sort of apparate around her, and then two arms apparate from the edge of those. You don't see the internal of a torso. You see just material. Just from here, it just drapes underneath and just sort of flaps in the wind. But she does pause and just sort of like almost like when a cobra like comes up to its full height and it opens its thing and it starts to do this and just sort of like gauge your movement almost. The eyes don't blink. The mouth is permanently open and there's just like a dull like whine or a moan coming out of there. The hands are sort of just. She looks incorporeal, but you do see that there may be something there that you could possibly touch if you at all wanted to try. But she almost looks like that she's suspended underwater, but there's no water there. So her movement is very sort of fluid, and there doesn't seem to be any weight to the woman at all. She's just sort of hanging in space as she just stares like almost through you.
Okay. Hi. There was a sign. It offered many things. I was coming to look at the many things to see if there was anything interesting, but if there's not, I can go.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay. 12.
12. As you say the words that you wanted to see the many things, the figure just sort of looks at you and then just looks up at the blank walls and then looks back at you. Doesn't say a word, but you kind of get the impression that she may be taking the piss out of you a little bit, to say,
yeah,
there's nothing here. She does, however, just creep a little bit closer, and as she gets closer to you, you can see that the arms and the hands start to take more form. There is a little bit of torso that now appears, and the material that hangs there started to recede, and you can see more of a person there. There's still no legs, there's no waist, there's no feet. Everything's still very fluid movement, but she's just sort of getting closer to you, just looking. Do you want to do anything else?
If there used to be things, there's no more things. You need your privacy. I will let you go back to your curtain. I mean no harm. Just looking for things.
Her hand just moves outwards in this very strange movement, and one of her fingers elongate from a fist. As she points over to the right wall, you see one of the curtains just gather up, and then almost like in, not necessarily blood, but it looks like someone's got like iron that's rusted that's then got wet, that sort of like burnt orange color.
Yes.
With this almost, it's textured too. That just starts to appear on the walls in lettering that you can read because it's in common, and it just says, "What do you want?" Question mark. As the letters just appear on the walls, and then her hand retracts. She didn't paint it; she just sort of like summoned it onto the wall, and then her hand comes back.
I don't want. I'm supposed to be finding things. I don't know what they are, so I need help and information.
There's a brief pause. All the time she's just staring straight at you.
Yeah.
There's a brief pause. If she had eyes, she drops them almost in like a mode of thought, and then pops back up again, and you see the eyes again. When you look down, the eyes disappeared, and it's just like these dark circles that just disappear into the back of her head. When she looks back up, the eyes reappear. Her hand comes out and attempts to touch you on the shoulder. Do you let her or not?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Just the bare tips of these bony sort of fingers. It doesn't feel like a hand touching you. It almost feels like a sponge. You know, she's not quite there yet. She's still semi-corporeal. But they do make contact with your shoulder. I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
10.
10. As she makes contact with your shoulder, your eyes close instantly, and you not fall to the floor, you slam onto the ground as if someone's picked you up, made you like stark solid, and just gone
Sure.
straight down to the ground. You don't feel this. You don't know this is happening. I'm just describing as to what know what actually happened to you. As you drop, you immediately in your mind you see yourself clawing for breath, swimming in water. You then see the outstretched hand of something touch you, grab you, and start to say words that you don't really understand because the language isn't coming through clearly. She's trying to pierce in to see what's going on. You,
so she's seeing what's happening?
She's looking within your head, and you can't do anything about this, but you're seeing what she wants to look for. So she sees you in the water clawing for breath. She sees a hand grab you. She then sees you disappear off, and now you're into a dense forest. She sees footsteps, bare feet ahead of her. A form that looks like a woman that's made from the nature that surrounds her. Again, language that comes out that again you still can't understand, and then all of a sudden your vision goes dark again, and you then come back up to standing, your eyes open, and the woman's gone. In her place, there is a small onyx stone on the ground. It's about the size of like a penny round, but sort of, it's almost like a pebble. It's about that big. And it's deep, deep jet black onyx.
Like, she's gone.
She's nowhere in sight. You can't see her. The writing has disappeared from the walls. The curtains have gone back to where they were. The light's now shining on the back curtain. She's nowhere to be seen. But the onyx stone is on the ground.
Like, whisper, "Thank you," and pick it up and get out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You exit the shop. Do you close?
I'm going back to the ship.
Do you close the door?
Yes.
And off you go back to the ship. Not
Ooh,
really
gosh.
knowing what the hell went on in that
Nope.
place.
Oh. Great
I'm so glad
description.
you're looking around this town because I made some wonderful NPCs for you all to meet. Okay, so Finland, we're back.
Like rewind a few minutes, we're back to the beginning of the hour. Everybody is like scattered around.
Yes.
Like he sees Tad run this way, Element that way. He sees Bird and Isha go to town. He's just standing there. Finland's staring off where the beach is, seeing the stone that was in a similar shape of his best friend.
Okay, yeah.
And he's remembering words that Dali used to tell him, but to himself.
Mhm.
And when he's messing with his bracers until he hears like a crumple, and he looks down, and he pulls out a leaf, and he's like, then he remembers what he did with that hand maybe an hour or so ago. Can't remember how long it was been when before they met the Chimmigans. And memories are starting to come back to him about how he ran into Thali, how he ended up fighting underground, and how he's made mistakes, and he feels like he looks back. And he wasn't thinking about this all until he saw that stone that was in the shape of his best friend. And now I'm gonna go back to the cave to try to rescue the Chimmigans.
Oh, snap. Okay. Right, so this is solo mission, right?
Yeah, solo mission, but if possible, can I actually look around to see if anybody has a healing potion? Because I'm at 11 out of 21
Well,
currently.
Currently, my friend, you are by yourself. Elowin is running around the ship. Tad is within the ship. Birdwin has gone into town. Isha has also gone into town, so you are just there. Opal is also around, but she's sort of also within the ship as well, looking around because she wants to try and find things she can start tinkering with.
And then, so he thinks this is going to be a stealth mission. He has high stealth and he can run very fast.
So you're going back to... Okay, let's go. Right, so
let's do this.
You look at the leaf in your hand, and it's almost as if that you feel a much stronger hand just like clasp and make almost like a predator handshake, and then release, and you know that's a right to action. So you bolt head first as fast as you could possibly go. Not stealthing, not yet. To the exit to where you came out of the cave onto the shell beach.
Okay.
You run past the rock work that you thought you saw your best friend in the world on there, and what it is it's just a slight outcropping of rock, and also there's a tree within the rock that's grown out of it, but the rock has also encompassed the branch. So what you saw, like the arm, is actually the old branch of a tree that's just been taken over by rock, sticking out. And you sort of look at the way past, it's like, for fuck's sake, keep going, and you get to the entrance of the cave. Right, roll a stealth check for me.
This is gonna probably be the biggest one I've ever rolled.
Finn's going in.
And the material that I have on me from before, that's not going to help me in any way possible, is it? Just, he's considering it looking the big piece of latex-like material that covered Tad.
Well, you would know that if you wanted to attach this to you in some way, then it would alter the form of the water to air rather than water.
Okay.
So it depends.
Keep that in mind for something.
Yeah, it depends how you want to enter the cave. Because you can, as you look down to the exit where you came out, about 10 feet in, you can see the water just slightly ripple that you actually came out of.
Yeah, and he keep it in mind in case, by the small chance, there's a chance to escape. That's gonna probably be his escape.
Oh, you go to
It's,
adorn the
you know.
thing and turn it into air rather than water, so you can
Yeah,
run rather. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
smart
run out.
thinking.
Like,
All right, dude.
okay, so
Stealth check. Gimme. I would change the music, but I can't.
19 plus 6, 25.
God damn.
Let's go!
Finland disappears into a cloud of dust. You,
Have a heart attack.
you, sir, put some Air Jordans on as you go into this cave. You don't make a sound. I wish I could change the music, but I've lost all the music that I loaded on because of Fredbolt.
Well, it's fine. It's like ethereal, like, you know, like no sound but
Kinda
music.
works. We'll make it work. Right, so you go in. You go into the water like an Olympic swimmer that just the ones that dive in and there's no splash. You just head down and into the water. You paddle away. You paddle away. You can start to notice that you're coming back into that pool that you came down from. The light is starting to emanate from the light fountain that's in the middle of it. So you instinctually head to the left or the right of that. And you, for some reason I keep mentioning Predator, but it's just, not Predator, like, if you've seen The Rock when the guys go underneath the prison and then they come up with the rifles just out of the water.
Yes.
Your head just peaks up, so just the eyes and the nose are out so you can breathe. Yeah. And you are now inside the chamber, so make a perception check for me. Bearing in mind, do you have dark vision?
No, I do not.
Right. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure the breeze, element thing is gone already, right?
Around you do have the light fountain, so there are permeations of light within the chamber.
Because there's different fountains, right?
Yeah. Especially in the one in the pool you're in. You can feel the warmth coming from it. It's actually quite close to you. But yeah, so make a perception check.
$16 plus perception 2, 18.
18, right. Okay, so within this chamber that you recall from being here before, there are certain pathways that wind around these pools of phase water. You can see the tree with the black ichor still running down. You can see the melted bodies of the dryads and the spiders that you fought. You can also see 5 wolf spiders now making their way round the space. The closest one to you is round about, I'd say, 20 feet away from you, and he's starting to just investigate what used to be the dryad as it chills out by the side of the pool that you're in. With a 25 stealth, though, I'm going to say that you make it to the edge of the pool, and you're able to mount out, push yourself up, and get out, and you make yourself as small as possible behind one of those very smooth stones that are on the ground. But that is the extent of the 25 stealth. I'm going to ask you to roll me another stealth check.
Okay. Just verify if I have anything that's going to help me in this.
All you can hear in this space is just the click, 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 click of the...
Naturally stealthy. You can take the hide action even when you're obscured by only a creature that is at least one size larger than you. That's all I have. I don't know if that's going to apply in this one. But...
The only creature you want to hide behind is a spider.
You got this.
Like Scooby-Doo.
You can certainly try.
No.
You got this.
I already had 2. What's the chance I'm going to get 3, at least a third decent roll? Oh! Y'all are not gonna believe me. I'm gonna slowly pick this up.
No shot.
Let's go.
Is that a natural 20?
Oh my God.
No shot.
You.
Oh my God.
He's so happy. I'm so excited. I'm Batman.
Somebody,
I'm
Sho-
Batman.
Shoni, can you clip
Batman!
that, please? Shoni, can you please clip that?
Hell yeah!
Redemption arc
yeah.
of the century.
I want to see that reaction from Tom every day of my life. That was incredible. Natural 20.
I thought it was a 2 because I only saw the 2. I thought it was a 2.
For a what? What's the total with a nat 20?
20 plus it's a 6, so 26.
26.
Oh my god.
You. Well, you know you've got the Air Jordans on. You know you're quiet on your feet now as you start to walk, but you are now that into your into your stealth that you almost stand to your full 3 and a bit feet tall, and almost flip them off as you're walking past them. But you are literally you see these little outcroppings of stone that you can literally hide behind, and just like mist, you just behind these things, and suddenly you find you've already travelled like 80 feet across this space. You actually went underneath one of them as it sort of clawed its way over what it thought was like a small rock or something, but it was actually you. So you like you Apex Legends slid underneath this spider, but again you hit a patch of moss on the ground which made no sound whatsoever. So you just zephyred underneath it. As you came out of the other side, you can now see that you're on the 20-foot round space of the entrance to the cave, to the cavernous space that you came into, and you can see the way you came in, where just around the corner is where you left them. With a natural 20, you go into the cave itself. Now the light starts to dim a lot, and you can only really see, I say, like 5 feet in front of your face.
Okay.
What do? You lucky bastard, you.
You're telling me now I'm scared about it, nothing else is gonna. I got in, but can I get out?
Fucking natural 20.
Okay.
I had the spider stats all ready. No,
You're gonna kill me. Thank God.
You gotta get out, yeah.
Okay. I come up to where I remember. Who's the one that placed them down? Was it
it was
Bird or
it was Eloin and Opal who put them down. Opal left a glowing rock.
Yeah. But how long was that supposed to last? Like only 5 minutes?
Like an hour at tops.
So there's nothing
I
I
can
see.
5 minutes maybe. No, it's not long.
Okay.
So as you go around the corner and you go back to where you know you left it, because you saw them being placed onto the ground as Opal's heart appears. That's kind of nice. You see the rock that was placed on the ground. It's now dormant.
Yeah.
I'd like you to make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. I'm never gonna go up this dice. 17 plus 2, 19. Jeez.
Damn it, man.
I can't.
Are we going to
here.
Vegas? Are we going to Vegas after the stream? As you kneel down, first of all, your heart is going like 10 to the dozen. Okay, you're about to have an arrhythmia. You just got through this room scot-free, and there are 4, 5 decently sized beasts jumping about the place. But this is more to do with you and what happened. This is more to do with can you see these little guys? As you kneel down to the rock, you do see a very tiny hand just wrap itself around the side of the rock, and a very small furry face just lean out. As soon as it leans out, it jumps back in because it recognizes your face.
Finland, in probably one of the only few times he ever will do this, lowers himself to his knees and sort of bows himself down I'm don't know if you can understand me. I'm sorry. Please let me help. And I turn my hands back around, like they're on the ground. I turn my hands back up and I just close my eyes and I just think of Dali and remembering a similar hand picking me up, bloodied and dirtied, looking for a place that I wasn't sure if existed.
Jesus. Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion +2. Okay. 12 + 2, 14.
14. Your eyes remain closed. You've never felt weight like this on not your shoulders, but in the center of your chest. There's like a pull, as if something is being like pushed down and sort of pulled forward at the same time. This is heart-wrenching for you, and not because you don't want to do it, not because you don't like the fact this is happening. It's just an unusual feeling that you are surrendering to somebody else for the first time. The only person you've ever done this to is Thali, your best friend. The only person you would ever surrender yourself to since what happened in your past is Thali. But this is the first time in a long time that you have relinquished control into something else's hands. And it's almost as if they are pulling you down to the ground. A moment passes. A few more moments pass. And then you feel a foot just step onto the palm of your hand. And then another foot land. And you don't want to open your eyes, but you do. And standing there, with its staff pointed directly at your face, is one of the Chimagans. As he reaches back and he grabs the shoulder of his mate and pulls her very slowly forward onto the palm of your hand, and then just holds the spear. There is no sound, there is no nod of acceptance or anything. They are on your hand, but they are standing at guard. You have them. What are you going to do now?
Without saying a word, I slowly lean my face forward to the tip of his spear and let him poke in my forehead with a little bit, as much blood comes down from a prick, to show him that he has me and I'm willing to let him, that I'm here to help him. To show my
make
ability.
another persuasion check and make this one with advantage.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2.
2, take the higher.
Yeah. Shoot. 5 and 15. So, but no advantage. That means I get the other.
Yeah. No.
15,
So you just take the 15, add the modifier to it.
Oh, okay. 15. I thought disadvantage for a second. 17.
17.
Yeah.
It sticks you with it. It doesn't jab. It just lets you apply however much pressure you want to apply to make sure that little pierce goes through right between your eyes. You do feel that the wood goes and touches the bone just there, and as you feel it pull out, A little trickle of blood starts running down into your right eye and down your face. As this happens, the female who came onto your hand second walks forward. She grabs hold of the spear and lowers it from her male counterpart, and she holds out her hand and touches you on the forehead, and that hole closes up. And that's where we're going to go to break.
You're gonna break my luck. I'm not gonna be able to get out of here. You break my luck.
We've been playing for about 2 hours, so we're going to have a break there, get some water, get some food, walk around, have a stretch,
Beautiful.
and we'll come back in about 5-ish minutes, and we'll see how this lucky bastard gets out of this.
He might not, but the Chimmigans will. I'll guarantee you. I'll do some way to make the Chimmigans.
Okay,
Oh,
so
gosh.
make sure you mute your mics, guys. Otherwise, you'll be heard. I'll do
Yep,
the
yep.
same, and we are going to break now. I'll see you back in about 5 minutes, guys.
I'm
See
gonna have
y'all
a good
soon.
cry.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I just ate a chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I'm back.
Don't worry. Enjoy that chocolate. You earned that chocolate.
Made a quick ramen.
Yeah, you did.
Fancy ramen or just like top ramen?
No, the Nongshin Bulldog one. The Sanyang
Fancy.
Bulldog one. The chicken with the fire mouth.
Ah, the good
Yeah.
ramen.
Yeah.
I've got to get to the States, man.
I
need
just
to-
do beef. I just do beef
I'm
ramen
coming.
with
I'm
hot
coming.
sauce in
I'm
it.
coming.
You are?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
are you really?
Yeah.
You're coming to Philly?
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Did you?
God, now
You? Okay, we'll talk about it later.
I booked. I booked the week off work. I'm already searching flights now, and yeah, I'm coming. I was supposed
now
to
you're
go
gonna
last
make me
year.
want to go. Oh.
Shout out Sanyang if y'all want to sponsor. Just throwing it out there. Yeah, why not?
Has something
Okay.
just dropped down in front of your screen, Jacob?
Oh yeah, all the
there we
chats
go.
have been coming down over Crispy's screen.
Over my screen?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
gone
the
now.
chat.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been doing
it's-
that the whole
it's gone
screen.
now.
I thought y'all knew.
Oh, it's because I had to Frankenstein the cameras before we started doing the stream back again, and they're not as perfect as I would like them to be, but they're good enough for today. When we get Nikki back and everything just sort of resets itself, it'll just go back to normal. But for today, it may
Word.
just like be
Okay.
a little bit weird. I mean, Fred Boat's one of the players, so you know.
That is an important part of our team.
Absolutely,
Fred-
is, yeah. Even though he can
No,
only
Fred
it
is
play,
happened.
Fred is
played-
giving me all his luck right now.
Fred is the bard.
your dice are cursed, man.
Twice in one game?
Is it
I
actually
swear,
possible?
y'all-
Is it actually possible for your D20 to roll below a 15?
It wrote a 6. It wrote a 6 earlier.
Oh, it did.
Remember?
They did.
But
I-
to be
still
honest,
correct.
but funny enough, this is the one that rolled the 15, and the random one that I chose is the one that rolled the 5. So I'm sticking with this one.
Uh huh. Just rub it on. All...
Until it sours on me, I gotta like. But I'm afraid, you know, the laws of probability are gonna say I'm gonna probably end up fighting my way out of this, not stealth. There's no way. I mean, there's.
Well, with
Do
that,
it.
with that in mind,
Let's
Oh
find
gosh.
let's get back in. I appreciate everyone else's patience while we do this. As I said, I wanted to give all of you like a little bit of individual time. To
This
do
has
what you
been
want
gorgeous.
To do.
Yeah,
Love it.
No,
So
this has
much.
been the absolute best.
Mhm.
Okay. Finland, you're back in the tunnel. You have 2 chimigans in the palm of your hand. The female has literally just touched your forehead and the hole has healed. As she withdraws the hand away, your eyes open for the first time and you look at them. They don't say anything. They look back. The male is still sort of that spear is like twitching in his hands. He's always on the I'm gonna take an eye out sort of look in his eyes. It's got one of those like eye twitches that are doing this. But she's trying to calm the situation. She's not by any stretch of imagining your friend.
No,
but
no, I imagine not.
She is trying to quell his anger a little bit. She also, as you look at her, she looks towards the entrance where you came in to find them. And then she looks behind where she is.
The ravine. Oh yeah. Okay. Since they're allowing me, did Opal and Edwin leave the bag that she made for them there? Okay, so I'm gonna gently guide them to the bag again, and kind of like motion that I'm going to tie it to my the belt that I have it strapped across me.
Okay. So you, again, very gently and it's
Gently, yes.
unlike your normal.
Yeah,
frame
the
of
most gentle he's ever been.
A little bit. He's like, "Do I really need to do it? All right, okay, fine. You just feel Elvin's needle on your neck again. I was like, no, fuck, all right, I'll do it. Yeah. So you gesture for them to go in. The male lets the female go first, and he sort of like backs his way in, just with the spear just pointed at you. I mean, these are cute little things, but he's an angry little dude right now. This little Ewok teddy bear is like bearing all these little teeth. Okay, so they go into the bag, and you pull it closed gently, and you attach it to the
belt strap that I have. It's like a yeah. It's like I don't know why I have a belt across my tunic. It's just style choice.
Absolutely.
And
right.
Okay, so
what are you doing?
Remembering what the female Chimigan was looking at, I remember, okay, I can go back toward this way, and the spiders were that way. And do I hear anything coming from the direction where the ravine was, where he crossed originally?
Make a perception check.
I don't know the one.
Yeah, dude.
7 + 2, 9.
Oh, he's human. He's human after all.
It's gonna happen eventually.
As I love saying to my players on several occasions during this game and others, you don't hear shit.
Yeah.
You think you are of the opinion that the path ahead of you is perfectly safe. There is no untoward noises or anything that makes you think otherwise.
Okay, I make my way back to the ravine.
Yes.
What weapon? I'm looking down. Like I know what's going on. I'm making my way back to the ravine where we made the makeshift rope bridge.
Huh?
But I don't remember, so I'm not gonna say that. Like, is the bridge still tied together? Like
the bridge is still intact. However, you remember that the last time you came across it, you had to be one of the two people that were holding the bottom section of the rope taut so other people could cross. So as you see the two ones that go left and right to make the handrails, the one below is bowed. So it is slack, it is loose, and it is slightly frayed on your side of the ravine. You can now hear the rushing water about 150 feet below you as you peer over and you can see the river torrenting underneath.
Okay. How wide is the ravine again?
45 feet. So it's just over a single 6-second movement speed for yourself, I would imagine. Do you 45 feet or 40 feet movements?
I have a 40 feet speed, which I have a 40 feet walking speed. Yeah. Could I?
Well, I mean, we're out of combat, so you don't really need to worry about that. This is just fluid movement.
No, I'm just wondering if I could like jump across it. Finland's first instinct is always to like jump in first or react first, but he's thinking, is it possible, or should I just try to, balance myself on the two he knows are stable ropes?
All right, okay. Well, make an insight check.
Insight. Well, that's first.
Insight or intelligence, I'd say. Do you choose?
Insight.
All right.
I have no intelligence. As you can tell already, I punched. 14 + 2, 16.
Jeez. Fucking rolls.
You're telling me.
You, with a 16, you deduce that trying to jump this would be foolhardy.
Okay.
Maybe the slow approach would probably be the best idea, rather than flinging yourself into a crevasse.
Okay. So the two top ropes are still firm and tight.
They're still taut. They're still, yeah.
but the bottom one is the one that's kind of.
The bottom one is bowed. So you feel that when you step on it, it's either going to snap or it's going to go even further, and the risk of it breaking is a lot higher than it was.
Okay, well, there's a move. I don't know how to describe it. Basically, if you stretch and you grab the it needs like rope or like railings, and then one at a time I can put my top of my foot on top of. Basically, I'm gonna it's like crawling, but I'm only using my hands.
Oh, you're gonna commando crawl on top of the ropes.
Yeah, on top of my ankles.
So your hands are here,
I'm pulling my.
And then your legs are directly behind you, same level.
Yeah, they're just the ropes is like the rope is my ankles on top of the rope, and they're just guiding along as I'm pulling myself across I'm commando.
I fully get you. Right. Okay, so
can I do that?
You can certainly try. Right. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to initially just roll a dexterity check to see if you can get up onto these ropes and secure yourself.
Okay. Well, at least that's good. I mean, I dex so.
You say this now, so.
16 plus 4, 20. Dirty 20, buddy.
A mucky 20.
Got a lucky 20. Dirty
20. just for flavour. 20's fine. You absolutely succeed. But I'm going to say you get up there. Your hands are on. You hook the ankles behind you over the rope so you can start to shimmy.
That's where I was looking for a hook.
Yeah. One of your ankles just slips off slightly, and from inside this little bag, you just see the guy's head just pop out, and he just sticks you with the just under the chin, just really quickly, and then just goes back in the bag. As if to say, don't fucking do that again. Right, so you're on the rope. Now I want you to make an athletics check, please, to shimmy your way across the crevasse.
How many rolls has it been?
Dude, you wanted to go and rescue these two because
You got this.
D&D is a dice game.
I should have just got a book like Isha. Come on. Oh, okay, I'm screwed. What was it? What was it again?
Athletics. Actually, no. I'd say this is more acrobatics than athletics. You're trying to.
Oh, thank God! Because acrobatics is plus 6, so I had 9 plus 6, 15.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that was still good.
That was my bad. Athletics is
still
more
a single digit.
stamina based.
Give me a heart attack.
This is strength based.
You're doing great.
Okay, dude, that natural 20 saves your fucking life. I swear to God. I can't believe you rolled that number. I do.
You were advising me against. I know you were.
I do. But oh wow. Right. Okay. So you start to you can see the drop. You're not a fan. It's a long way down. So with each move, you're trying to reach farther and farther and farther. Grab the rope and pull, and grab the rope and pull, and grab the rope and pull. You get 3/4 of the way across. And then you hear a
oh goodness,
and a 2 of the bindings on the right hand rope have come loose, and this is a tri-weave rope, so you've got one more binding to go. We need another acrobatics check to get to the end of this rope before that rope breaks.
He's got it.
Yeah, he's fine.
You say I'm 2/3 of the way or 3/3?
You're about 3/4 of the way across. I'd say you've got another 10 feet to go.
You're good. You got this. Believe.
14 plus 6, 20.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna have to invent special ways to kill you. Ooh. Challenge accepted.
Amazing.
Right, another dirty 20.
Another
Another dirty 20. You just go hell for leather. Regardless of the fact that the rope might break, which it does, the rope snaps. You grab hold with all of your massive armed strength onto the left-hand rope, and then you Tarzan swing and hit the other side. As you hit the other side, you grab hold and you start to shimmy your way up the rockway and pull yourself onto the other side. You are the luckiest sod I have ever played D&D with. Those rolls are insane.
that
For
went.
this, I only rolled a 20 to cut a piece of melon, apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
you got a
forgot about
natural
that.
20 to chop a piece of fruit in half. And then you've just gone into a spider's den, negated them completely, and gone across a 45-foot cavern. Right.
With 11 HP. With
You-
11 HP.
You're on the other side.
Run.
I'm trying to remember what we did to come to the ravine to begin with. There was one path,
Straight.
2 ways. One was
Straight.
dead
Nope.
end. One was.
Straight.
I'm running as fast as my tiny legs can run with my thick ham thighs. I mean, just like I'm running, and you just hear my thighs like just like running.
My friend, as you rolled the most ridiculous amounts of above 20 rolls for this little escapade that you wanted to do, I'm going to reward you by saying that you remember the way out. So you come out of the chamber that contains a ravine, you head straight forward and you turn left, and it's a straight shot, just straight the way down. There were traps around this corner as well, which were disarmed.
Okay.
There was a crossbow as you just round the
Yeah.
corner. You remember seeing that crossbow, and you
I'm just running on the wall now.
instinctually duck, but you remember that the bolt was taken out because someone took the bolt. So you hell for leather sprint down the edge. You then get to the end, and you can see about 7 feet up above you, which you can scramble up there because you're a strong little dude. The exit to the cave, and as you climb out and out into the open air in that small cluster of trees, you rescued the Chimigans from the spider cave.
Can't believe it.
Oh goodness.
I cannot believe you got through that.
Can't believe
unscathed.
it.
I was ready to use
Wow.
what was it? My uncanny metabolism system to get myself back up to at least a little bit more points, and I was ready to. My
Even
uncanny
did it?
metabolism. I was ready. Oh my gosh.
Well, the gods are with you there, my friend, because that could have got ugly. That could have got real ugly.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay. Before I make a decision, do the chimigans in my pouch make any kind of indication that they want now to go back to wherever they came from before they, I guess, fell into this well, or do they want to come with me?
I'd say make an insight check, but I'd say at disadvantage because you don't know this species. You don't know how they think. You don't currently know how they are.
Like if they're trying to leave the pouch or not. Like I was just like.
Well, without the roll, you don't see any indication that they're trying to escape. They seem quite, well, not content, but they currently are remaining where you put them.
Okay.
So. For the want of lesser information, you've still got them on you, and they don't seem to be moving anytime soon.
Okay, then I make my way back to the boat.
Make 'em away.
If there's nothing in my way, I would also, when I'm back on the boat, make my way to Elowin. I can't think of anything.
We see you, Taekwondo. We see you.
And I come up to her. She's probably still looking at something like on the ship.
Vibing.
And
I'm just vibing on the boat.
I tap her on the shoulder since we're sort of equally heighted, and I don't know what she does, but I reach behind me and I give her the sack that she made to hold the Chimigans without saying nothing, and I go back to the end of the boat. And
No. She gives you a hug. She says, "You have a good heart." And then I'm gonna make him uncomfortable, let him walk away. And I'm gonna just kind of hold the Chimigans and, do they, like he was saying, do they have any indication of like, sure, we'd like to go on a boat, or we'd rather stay on?
Yeah.
They're staying in the back. They're nice and
Well-
warm in there. So you have little guys now.
Well, Phil's just gonna make his way back to
You
the
got little
spot
guys,
and
yeah.
just he's gonna make his way back to where he was originally. The leaf still I don't know how to say it, but he put the leaf back into his bracer, and he just he sits down and just leans it against the side of the starboard side of the ship, whatever it is, like he's done. He's tired.
I'd say, yeah, you do.
You're telling me? I know
Oh,
you're
I
advising
did-
against. I
did
know you were
not-
advising against this. You're like,
We had a conversation behind closed
Okay.
doors, and I kind of said you may run into a buzzsaw if you attempt to do this. And my God, if you've not just pulled those dice rolls
well,
out of your
I
arse.
wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it at all. But you're the one that had
But
to
I-
put
but I-
Ali in front of me.
But
Right?
did I say that if you wanted to do it, you can do it, and I was fully behind you all the way. So
Yeah, you did.
congratulations. That was
Incredible.
a very
Again.
good little session of one-on-one D&D.
I
I enjoyed
Ellen
that
just gives
immensely.
the bag to Opal too, just as an aside, because Opal
Yeah.
was the one that was
Yes,
taking care of them, and they trust her more, so she's gonna be the one that has them.
So Opal runs up and she takes them, and she suddenly looks like she has an idea, and she scurries back down to the lower deck of the ship with the chewing.
Adorable.
Well done, Tom.
I think we had equally productive hours.
Absolutely,
Sure.
absolutely. You
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Ransacking the captain's quarters on a boat, going for a book, going for a knick-knack, and then going to a death hole and just trying to
hilarious.
find.
My
That
favorite part is
describes
that
all the
nobody
personalities.
saw any of that. So
No,
No.
We just don't believe you.
I like to think that Tad was like running through drawers and then just looked out like like a porthole and just saw you running down the beach and was like, and then kept going and just didn't. I'm like, wonder where he's going.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you've only known these people for like a day.
right.
You,
No,
arri-
yeah,
you arrived
been.
yesterday on a cart together.
I think each one of our little journeys really described how each of our personalities are, our characters, basically.
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
Just James Bond.
Absolutely. This is why I wanted to give you a little bit of one-on-one today, just during the session, so you could just just live in the skin
Yeah.
a little bit and give them a run out.
I haven't done anything.
Running down the
I'm
beach,
just-
Jack Sparrow style.
Well, I got
like this. There's spiders behind me. We go to the ship. Fill the ship.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm biding my time.
Absolutely.
Bird made her way back to the ship, of course, and
Anyway.
she also wants to go find Elowen. She's got this little thing. She went to find a thing, and she found the thing, and she doesn't know if it's to help her or to help. She doesn't know what it's for. Is it one of the things she was supposed to find, or is it for her?
Are you asking this
So-
of Ellen, or?
No, I am just. The bird is thinking.
Oh,
that,
you're
so she
contemplating
wants
this in
to
your own
go-
head, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she wants to go to Elowen, and it's like, you make things. I found this rock, and it's important to me. Could you? I'd like to wear it as close to me as possible. Could I have like a little satchel or necklace, a bag? Could I have a bag?
Do you want it to be like hidden? Do you want to do like a little design with some thread on it, and so it like showcases it? What vibe are you going for?
I want it to be for me. I don't need to show it off.
I love that. So I'm gonna take 2 seconds and just quickly pull out a little scrap of fabric, like a nice little neat, satchel, some cording around it, and not like thin thread, but like actual cording.
Yeah.
There you go. You can wear it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'll put it in a little bag, tighten it, and I'm not going to be any help on the ship, so I'm just going to like sit off and like play my flute or harp or something, whatever I've got on me.
Nice.
That's it.
Nice. So
We'll vibe
as
near
you
the flute or the harp.
as you disappear off into the depths of the ship, and you play your music to reminisce or think to yourself. The sun crests down below the horizon of the waters ahead of you. The last few shards of sunlight just shine up into the sky as it just disappears down, and the dark purples and blues and reds take the sky. As Captain Hylia stands back behind the wheel of the ship, she looks around for a few moments and stamps a foot twice on the ground, and sails just billow and appear from the above canopy of like an umbra from dark purple to light red, from bottom to top, wreathed in golden thread, and the underside of the sails look like bats' wings as they come up.
Nice.
You can, if for those of you who are still on board the main deck, which I think is currently just Elwyn.
I mean, too. I'm like,
Yep, sorry, and Finland as well.
sort of passed out.
Well, you kind of just semi-conscious, and you see this, that all the brass fittings around the ship that wrap around the mastway, and they have the where the ropes are attached to the railing around there. You can see that what used to be just normal brass, it just molds slightly into scaled serpent as they start to move and roil, and they automatically just grab rope and make them tight and taut and almost like tied off. The serpent around the mast sort of elongates it slightly and lifts the sails up as the sails just start to billow and catch the wind. And she just looks up at her wonderful toy and just says quite quietly under her breath, but he can hear it, to Mr. Bones, "Cast off, please, sir." And the ship pulls away from the docks and starts to eke its way out into the waters ahead of you. As you travel for just a few minutes into an hour, maybe, many of you start to become drowsy and start to make your way to your quarters downstairs. You wonder where this boat is going to take you. You've never heard of oars dance before in your life. You don't know what it's like. The only one left on her own on board the deck of the ship, as Mr. Bones is driving, because Captain Hylia also goes to bed because she's tired, is Elowen. You scouted out your little area beforehand, and you're now on your own.
Yeah, Elowen's just been kind of considering what she's gotten herself into and what might be asked of her ahead, especially because the person they're looking for is very important to her. These people that she's met seem lovely, and she takes a moment in an open area of the deck, pulls out some thread and ties her hair into like a low practical ponytail, ties up the sides of her skirt with her sash, and then reaches into a small pouch on her hip and pulls out a beautiful sword. It's a up-hilt rapier with Shonave designs on it.
I'm looking at Jacob's face, sorry.
The handguard is in the shape of a wing, and it's got mother-of-pearl feathers inlaid into the gold. The blade kind of glows. It almost looks like it's reflecting the light around her head, but it's separate. And then she takes a moment and just kind of like rubs her thumb along an engraving on the pommel and gives her allows herself like one moment of like sentimentality. She's always positive, she's always happy to be here, but if anyone was watching, they would see her just have a moment of vulnerability. And then she lifts her chin, and squares her shoulders and brings her sword up into salute and hits.
Okay, my turn. So you stare at the sword for a moment. This weapon, it feels like it's actually part of you. You remember the first time you held it. It was presented to you at the Chateau Glissade on a very special day that's stamped into your memory. You stand very still for a moment, take a deep breath. You recall the first time your hand held the leather-wrapped handle. It was initially cold to your touch, but it warmed in an instant. The cup guard alters its shape to your grip and formed the wing. The etching of the feathers appeared on the metal, the blade taking the faintest of golden hues. It became Dawn Song. A wry smile crosses your lips. You raise the sword in front of your face, and with a half spin you extend your arm down to the right. The salute you do before each training session. At the end of the movement, the sword gives out a ring like hitting a crystal glass with a metal spoon, or the fading note of a tuning fork reverberating in the air. Your dress now hitched upwards to give your legs freedom of movement. With one fluid motion, you take a needle and do up your hair and tie it off. A few strands just fall down and you do one of those blows just to whip it back up, and then you tuck it behind your ear. You sweep your left foot almost balletically behind you as you extend your left arm out to the side and lift your sword-bearing arm forward, the rapier horizontal with the deck of the ship, lunging into a low stance. You hold this pose for a few moments, feeling the movement of the ship, finding the center, perfectly balanced. As you hold this pose, your eyes close, only for a moment, as you breathe, but that moment lingers. You see a classroom, high vaulted ceilings, polished stone pillars, a wooden sprung floor, and mirrored walls. You also see a piano and a violin, a double bass and a harp and a flute in the corner, and a very familiar face. You see Liev. She, smiling as always, sits at the piano and begins to play a song that always kept you focused. The Ballad of Sunset. I'll play that music now. Come on. That's not the song! There it is. Okay. You hear the music in your mind. It's a gentle song, but a powerful one. As she plays, the other instruments rise and begin to play all on their own. You instinctively take yourself through a series of sweeping, interconnected moves, each one skillfully linked to the next in fluid succession. You block into thrust, into glancing parry, into slash, into cross block, into spinning flourish. Each move meticulously timed and aimed. Every time Dawn Song cuts through the air, the blade emits a reverberating tone that complements the music with a subtle vibrato. Your feet dance on the slick wooden floor, sliding, pirouetting, gliding, as if you were floating a little bit above the surface. You finish the sequence and hold the final move, your breath a little laboured, but you're happy with your form. At the end of the sequence, there's a clap as Liev stands up. The piano continues to play. She walks forward and joins you in the centre of the room. her older elven form a lot taller than you. She holds her hands clasped behind her back. She stops and lowers her eyes to yours. She clicks her fingers, and the instruments that were playing start to crackle as you see arcs of electricity. Electrical energy surround them. The chair that Liev sat on begins to knock on the ground with a regular beat, and some grass reeds in a nearby vase lift out of the vase and begin to slap on the ground to accompany the chair. Liev steps back, sweeps her legs behind her in a very similar pose to yours, and by extending her arm forward, you watch as a silver blade that seems like it's made of pure silver starlight apparates into her hand in a shower of light droplets. You've seen this blade before. This blade is called Pulsar. She settles into an offensive stance, gives you a wink and says, "Okay, Sunbeam, let's change the music. See what you've learned." And I need to change the music again. Bear with me a second. Sorry about this. I had this planned.
Hang on, let me breathe for a second.
You do whatever you're doing.
Jesus.
This is what I need to calm my heart down. My heart was pounding earlier, but now it's nice to calm down.
My mind.
Yeah, I'm freaking the heck out right now.
Dawn Song? Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah,
they're
man.
so. It's so good. Oh my god.
There's a reason why instinctively Phelan is kind of scared of her.
Please find it. Yes.
Might have been conspiring for 2 weeks.
We
A
talk
new
in
hand
secret.
touches the beacon.
All right, so she clicks her fingers again, and it's not going to do it because it's going to tell me to skip, isn't it? You son of a bit.
Audio Jungle.
No, that's not the right one. Oh, so annoyed. This was supposed to be so smooth.
Like, hopefully we're just jamming out with her sword. He's like, yeah.
I love this song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. Who says audio jungle? Is it Mr. Bones?
Right? Right? Yeah. I'm like, Mr. Bones, I'm having a moment. Oh my god.
Mr. Bones, let me vibe.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, and he didn't give me any of this. He just said he had a thing.
This is the kind of
Okay,
music I needed when I was sneaking through the spiders. Like,
Yeah.
right. She clicks her fingers. The music starts to play.
Now this
You
is James Bond.
Circle each other for a moment, rolling your shoulders, cracking your neck, until you settle into a ready stance. Liev thrusts forward to attack your right side. You pivot, delivering a glancing parry to a blade as you thrust forward yourself, barely grazing her shoulder, and you push her cloak off her behind her before it falls. And she steps back, knocking your blade to the side and catching the cloak before it falls to the ground. She maintains eye contact with you as you hold position. You wink back, holding a tighter stance now. Liev circles you to the left. You follow with your eyes as she flourishes to your head. In a pirouette, you block the attack behind you, and as you finish a turn, you push your wrist and arm forward in a strong attacking lunge. Liev's sword is pushed out of her hand and clatters to the ground as you hold your pose, arm outstretched, balanced. She throws herself into a backflip, her hand gripping the sword and landing perfectly on her feet. She strides towards you and unleashes a fury of swipes and slashes. You parry them, expertly glancing the blows effortlessly and turning the defense into immediate attack, which throws her off guard. You know you've got her on the ropes. Not wanting to be undone, You launch yourself into a backflip and lean back into a scorpion-ready pose. Your rear arm above your head, the blade pointing towards her. Your front hand stretches out, and you do turn your wrist, and you do beckon her forward. Liev, a little frustrated, falls for your taunt as she comes heavy-handed into a series of long swipes. You dodge, not even using the blade. You just Neo out the way of the sword. Until you see your chance. She winds up for a long diagonal cut to your neck and you duck. She spins to attack again and you parry the blade. As you spin, you catch her sword under your arm, and the momentum of your swing brings you round into a high kick, which kicks her in the back and knocks her onto the ground, sliding about 15 feet away. You finish the follow through with a kick, and you land strong and smile as Liev looks back up at you, and you're now holding Dawn Song and Pulsar in your hands, triumphant.
Yeah.
You open your eyes. And you're back on the deck of the depth charge. Standing firm, arm outstretched. Dawn Song quivering in your grasp. Your eyes flit about for a second and notice that there are a few nicks and dents in the wooden rails and the foremast that weren't there before. And then you hear a slow clap behind you. As you turn round, you see Captain Hylia standing there, clapping her hands, looking on admiringly. As she walks towards you, she looks down at you and smiles and just says, "You have talent. That was very impressive."
I'm sorry about your ship. I get carried away sometimes.
Don't worry about the ship. In the morning, all this will be gone. I'd get your rest if I were you.
Night. Oh. Kind of half sheepishly and half kind of proud. Just kind of run. Go to bed.
Oh, the cameras have
Away.
gone weird. Why have the cameras gone weird?
Because
Fred
Fred
left.
boat left.
Red left.
Oh! I'll bring Fred back.
Ah! Yeah.
Play. For...
You can still see me.
It's just been my eyes the whole time. I've been like this.
Has that been like that the whole time?
No,
just
Oh,
now.
Just
thank
since
God.
that last- Yeah, since that last
You
song
just-
ended.
Yeah, since you disconnected Fred boat, it kicked us.
There he is.
Hey, we're back.
Oh, we're back. Thank God for that.
Yay.
Oh!
Yeah, perfect. Nothing happened.
Tuck Gonfon back in the pouch for now, and then head down and kind of wait at Hylia because she's so cool and I want to be like her when I grow up.
I think I
Oh,
rewrote that.
that's
I
cool.
rewrote that about 4 times. It took various different iterations, but yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that.
It's so good. It was so good.
Very good. Very, 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 very good.
Right.
And I want to see that.
Yeah, man.
Yo!
Yeah!
So good.
Damn.
That's down to clown Elwyn.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to fight with that one.
Yeah,
Just like side by side right there.
She comes to play.
Yeah.
I want those 2 swords now, like in real life.
Mhm.
Especially Pulsar, because I made that up and I want it now. It's ridiculous. Okay, so all of you retire down to your personal chambers that have been laid out before you within the bows of the ship. And you take a long rest.
Nice.
Thank you.
Everything is healed. All your attributes have come back. All is good in the world. We love a long rest.
Amazing. I love a long rest.
I'm the only one that's. I'm the only one like sleeping like, yes, I'm healed. It's like, my mom's sleeping.
Right, I need to find where the hell
If
I am.
if there is time before, so briefly, I promise. If there is time,
But of course.
um, before going to bed, I am going to find Virgil,
Okay.
first mate, if I
Oh,
may.
yeah.
I'm just gonna find him. Hi, sorry, I know we couldn't. The pastries didn't work out. But I remembered, and I pull out my bag. I got a bunch of samples, and it's just a bunch of those cinnamon bread with the toothpicks that I just swept the plate off into my bag. I know it's not the same or what you ordered, but it's pretty good. I'm just gonna like hold out the bag, just offering him the now probably a little bit smushed and a little bit
little.
stale,
A little.
day old samples, but
He towering above you.
yeah, no, this is straight up.
At over 6 feet and an imposing figure. He's like he casts a shadow over you. He's that big. He looks at your offering, and you just see a smile on his face, and his eyes widen a little bit, and he says, "Well, you know what, wee man, you did better than the whole crew. So thank you very much." And he gives you like a fist bump, but it hurts. Because he hits your shoulder. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. He just like it's just kind of like a love tap, but because he's so big, he nearly
So
dislocates
sturdy.
your shoulder. But this is before you went to bed, so it's fine.
Okay.
You're welcome.
And he just starts tucking into the pastries, just shoving it into his face, just sort of looking around to make sure no one else can see him.
Good night, Mr. Virgil. Enjoy.
You just hear it like
Head out to my chamber.
like unintelligible words full of pastry.
So good.
Right, so you will take a long rest.
I don't even think I did anything. Yeah, it's fine.
I'd like to
I
point out that
needed
all
it.
of my spell
I
slots were
needed
gone
it.
because I was healing you, Mr. Jump into Danger face first. To Mr. Jump into Danger face first.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Danger.
Before that 11, I was at like 2, I believe. But to be fair, I was bit by a spider and hit by the face with a rib. The dryad. So
Ugh.
they kept coming to me for some reason. Like
You were there. You were in the middle.
Some reason. Because I said move me where they are.
Yeah. Move me to the middle of
around and
all of
hit
the
me.
enemies.
well, you said to one spider. I didn't mean the dryads and everything to come at me.
Oh god.
Consequences for my actions.
Well, I think Finland has redeemed himself from the consequences of his actions, at least a little bit to himself. So I believe.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Totally.
100%.
I truly believe, without wanting to like say I wanted an adventure, I truly believe that's what Finland done after the whole seeing Thali in the rocks and tree. Like before I was like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Finland's not gonna do it because it's not worth the risk. He's hurt, and the whole point is he's here to help his mysterious friend. But the thing is, our DM is awesome, and he managed to make Finland change his mind without Minton doing that.
I did nothing, mate. All I did is just run it how I saw it, and I just follow your lead as I do with everyone. This is my job. So, right. The dawn approaches. You wake up, and there is almost like a frenetic energy around you as you feel like something's wrong. Where you are in the lower level of the ship is also where the crew sleeps, and they'd set up some very basic but functional sleeping arrangements for you. But you were alongside other members of the crew. As you come to consciousness in the morning when you wake up, you notice that none of the crew are there, which you just kind of think, okay, well, maybe they just had to get up early and start work, which, is fine. But you can hear footsteps above you, moving a lot faster than you think necessary at this time in the morning. There's ring around. You can hear like brief shouts, and then all of a sudden Virgil stamps down the stairs onto the deck you're in and just looks at all of you and says, "Get upstairs now. There's a ship about to ram us. Get upstairs now."
Flies. Go for it.
Do you follow? Okay, so
Yeah.
you rouse yourself, you throw on.
Yeah. Finland immediately jumps out of bed and starts going,
Yeah.
Finland style.
Yeah.
Rapier out.
Birthday
I'm
suit.
Yeah, exactly. Finland's stark naked running up the steps.
So as you start to make your way up through the center of the ship onto the big step, on the big staircase as you go through, the quartermaster stops you halfway up because you just hear this.
No.
I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex save.
Still running an ad break.
8 plus 6, 14.
Uh-oh.
9.
Now I roll low. So 8 plus 6, 14.
Okay, I'll go for the top of the screen now. So Element first.
30-20.
Dirty 20. Aisha?
16.
16. Tad?
11.
Bird?
9.
Finland?
14.
40. Right. As you hear this noise come through, you see a younger elven guy just come down the stairs as Virgil is going up and stop him in the middle. And he just looks over and he just says, "Quartermaster, there are figures in the water. I think they're going to..." And before you can finish, all you hear is the sound of cannon fire again. The bosun, who is the guy who just ran the stairs, turns round as the cannonball slams through the starboard hull, lands squarely in the elf's stomach, and catapults him through the port side hull. His shoes are left on the stairs as Virgil just manages to get out of the way. The two of you rolled under a 15. You're just peppered with splinters that come off the side of the ship, and you take just 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Sorry, piercing damage as you just get shrapnelled on you. But yeah, you now see basically almost like a smoking pair of shoes as you just saw someone ejected through the wall of the ship via cannonball. Virgil looks at the hole in the ship now, looks back over at you guys and says, "Please help." And starts to make his way up. Do you follow?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way up to the top of the ship, you can now start to hear that there are yells and screams of the crew. Captain Hylir is telling them to get the oars out and start to maybe turn to narrow the target of the ship. As you look over to the right-hand side, you can see a large man-of-war galleon battleship start to head in your direction.
Is this what sailing's always like?
Yes. She just yells back, yes.
Yes.
I just wanted to boat.
As you arrive on the main deck now, and you look around, you can see that Captain Hylir is up, and she then just points to the bow of the ship as you can see arms grip over the side, and what are they called? The
Grapple.
grapple. Thank you. Grapple hooks come over, and you see 5 figures now starting to pull themselves onto the board of the ship. They reach and they grab cutlasses. I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
I was
Heck
not
yeah.
expecting this.
Did you just
By the
cock
way-
your arms and get ready to go?
By the way, are you all logged into Roll20?
Not yet.
Well,
About to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
about to be.
Get in
What
there,
happened?
my friends. Get in
Oh
there.
gosh.
As I transition to the battle screen once again.
I was.
I fucking love this Alvarez.
Here's
Right.
me. Okay, Thoria.
Tad's rolls are so fun.
I am up or down, dude.
Launch game, right?
Oh, we're on a boat.
yeah. Launch screen. Or launch game. I can't talk right now.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yo.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
I did things, guys. I did things.
You did such a good job.
Wait, where
It's
am
so
I?
cool.
Right, I kind of
Oh my
just
God.
put you places. I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't necessarily
That's-
put you where
yeah.
you have
Whoa,
to
he,
be.
Yeah, wait.
well, I
Yeah,
am
I'm
naked, so you don't want to put me on screen anyway.
Okay, let me just roll for my guys, and then I'll take your initiative rolls.
I'm last.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think
I'm not
Finland's token is here.
I'm glad I'm +6. Yeah, I'm about to say I don't. That's all I was saying. I don't
Oh,
see
it's
myself.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I don't see myself.
Oh, damn it! All to hell. Right, bear with me a sec. I will go and get him.
No worries.
Which one do you use to ping?
Oh, you just hold it.
I'm just gonna put it back into the play screen so you're not seeing all of my business up in the stream because I need to go into my personal files to get this thing to pop in. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Right.
Oh my god.
Nothing ever runs smoothly.
It's pretty far.
Where's my flowchart? Where's my flowchart? Okay, we're good. We're good.
And it's like, now it's time. Finally. Ah, I'm in the water. Help! Halfling overboard.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
pop
did say
you.
that long rest a little too gleefully.
I'll put you there. Just for now.
Oh, Nikki's in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki! We miss you.
I rescued the Chimigans by some miracle.
That's some lucky ass dice rolls.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna pay for it now. Apparently.
Oh, they won the first game. That's awesome. Just started the second.
Yay!
Yay.
Right, guys, initiative rolls, please. I will start from 25 to 20.
25.
What?
Damn.
I have +6 plus 17. That's 23.
Holy mother of God. Okay, so Tad, and then 23 Finland.
Well, Tag got higher than me, so he's one.
Anybody else in that bracket?
No.
Okay,
No.
20 to 15.
Me.
What do you got?
Rolled a 17.
17. Rolls.
I got high initiative.
Okay,
Have
15
fun,
to,
boys.
15 to 10.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I've got to roll for Opal because I've run out of character.
Oh, true.
Oh damn!
That's either a good one or a bad one.
She's a bit slow.
No.
Okay. Who's yet to go? Is it just Bree? What do you get?
And Shelby.
Oh,
6.
sorry. 6. And Shelby, you got a 4.
4.
Okay, Ellen. Bird.
Where's
All
Opal at?
Okay, Tad, you are the first one up. If you're happy with your placements, I'll just go from where we are. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, Tad,
Okay,
you're up. What do you want to do?
I am going to fly a bit off of the ship. I'm going to go about right here, 30 feet off to the side. Like right about here.
Yep. About there?
It's not. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take out my short bow, and I'm going to take a shot
Oh, okay.
at the nearest one to me.
Yeah, so
this
the
guy
guy
over
the guy
here.
on the railing over there, that's fine.
Yep. Exactly.
Take your shot, my
That
friend.
is. Ooh. Okay. 13 plus 7. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That is absolutely going to hit.
Nice.
Fabulous. For a total of 8 damage. Arrow just sticks right in his shoulder.
Oh yeah. It actually goes down
through
the shoulder and into like the nerve cluster underneath his arm.
Ooh.
And it just
Ooh.
and like it's actually his sword bearing arm, so his sword bearing arm just like drops like this, and he's trying to get foot, so he has to swap to his weak arm, which is that messed him up.
All right.
So
And
that's
then
him.
bonus action going to cunning action. Oh, I was thinking of a monk. Okay, I was thinking I could dodge, but I can't. Okay. I'm going to bonus action dash.
Yeah.
And so change of plan a little bit and head right to the center of the ship if I can.
What about that?
Just having a good, actually just straight south those 4 squares. Yeah, perfect.
You still hovering, yes?
Yes, still hovering.
Yeah, cool. Right, okay. That's the end of your turn. Next up is
Amazing.
Finland.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to see where I am. Okay, yeah. So the closest ones are like pretty far from me.
Just
Finland,
just
which one did
out
you
of-
strike?
Out of single range.
Top
Okay.
left. Or top, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to.
You hear that one there.
I'm gonna go my max 40 feet. Can I go straight across like this?
You can. I'd say just for flavour, just make an athletics check just to get over the cargo hold in the middle of the ship.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Acrobatics, you said?
I'll put you there for now. I might have to move you back.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, please. No, acrobatics. Acrobatics. Yeah, it's more vaulting than stamina.
9 plus 6, 15.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
It's not as balletic as you would like it to be, or as smooth, but you sort of scrabble over and you get over there. Right.
Okay, and I am gonna use my dagger, range of 20, 20,
Yeah.
and I am gonna go after this guy right here. Like right, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dagger.
So
Roll for attack.
roll for attack. Let's see here. Come on. What is it again? 13 plus.
It'd be your dexterity modifier. Are you proficient with daggers? I believe
Yes.
a dagger's a simple weapon, so I'm assuming
Yes.
you would be.
Should be.
So add your proficiency
so-
bonus as well.
Okay, so 13 plus 4 plus 2. That's 17, 19.
Yeah, absolutely hits. Absolutely hits.
Okay.
So roll damage.
And then, okay, so D6. Just making sure I remember.
I think it's a D.
3
Would
plus
it be a
4.
D4 for a dagger?
No, it says D6.
It says D6 for the dagger.
I think
Yeah.
a dagger's D4. No?
It says right
Yeah.
here, damage is 1d6 on my thing.
Are you saying plus 6 like to hit?
No, it says 1d6 plus 4.
For a dagger?
Piercing damage. Yeah, piercing damage. Because I'm proficient, I guess, or maybe that's what it is. That's why. No, well, it says that. I don't think I can actually physically change that.
Is it considered a monk weapon for you?
Yes,
Even then,
Or-
the dice
Well,
wouldn't. I don't know. Whatever.
it says right there 1d6 plus 4. You can go on my character sheet. I mean, I know
Oh,
I can't
okay.
really mess with that.
No, I mean, I believe you, dude. I'm not saying you're making shit up. Just give me a sec.
Oh, like no, I just want to make sure I'm not messing things up. Like that's what I was thinking.
I just need to go and just double check if that's like it's correct, because normally a dagger is
Yeah,
definitely
please.
1d4.
Yeah, please.
Finland, still hand.
Yeah, daggers.
Says a dagger in my hand, martial art, melee weapon, martial arts.
Yeah, you're right.
Hit.
Yeah. That melee weapon with martial arts is giving a 1d6 plus 4 piercing.
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
because he's a monk. He gets a bonus.
It's a martial arts weapon.
Okay. Yeah. So
shit.
it's like a ninja star almost, as opposed to just a normal dagger.
Fascinating.
So you have
Okay.
more skill in throwing. I'm
Bree and
guessing.
I were
No,
the same face.
I'm glad that's been
Yeah.
clarified.
Yeah,
So-
it's cool. Man. All right. So what? Sorry,
Okay,
what did you roll?
I rolled a 3 plus 4, so 7.
7 off. Right.
Yeah.
Eighth. This is the one over there. Okay, okay, so yeah, you just like zero in and just flick your wrist, and the thing looks at the it lands in his like his lower neck area, and you can just see a gout of blood just go as he grabs it and pulls it out, which is probably a bad move.
Oh, you don't take it out.
No, but he did because he's a stupid pirate. Right, are you doing anything else with your turn, or is that it?
I can get closer, but I think it's best to stay where I am at. But yeah,
Stay there.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
good.
Isha.
Okay.
Tis your
So I
turn.
will take my 30 feet of movement, and I'll move right here, diagonal to Finland.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, sorry, just give me that ping again.
Right there,
Yeah, got it. There you go.
and that'll be my turn. I just moving up to
You're
get
just staying
closer.
there. No, do you want to hold something for
No,
like
no, I
something
will-
goes in range, or you're just gonna move?
Just gonna move. Yeah.
You're just gonna move. Okay, no problem. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Right, it is now their turn. They're gonna step up, start swinging some swords. This guy's gonna move up here. This guy is also going to move up and go there, and he's going to give. Well, they're going to give each other advantage because they're flanking. This guy's going to move his full 30 to there. These guys are going to hang back. Right, so one of them is going to attack Finland with advantage with his scimitar. There's a natural 18, so I'm assuming that hits you.
Yes.
Yep.
It's me.
Okay. Sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, so it's 1d6. Ooh, that's a 5 plus 1, so 6 slashing damage. Straight across the chest. The thing you tied the Timigans to is now bisected, and that piece of fabric falls away, as also does a part of your skin, as it opens up in the front of you. He's going to remain where he is. The pirate that came up between Finland and Tad is going to also attack Finland with advantage because his friend is also on the other side. With an I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh no!
Ridiculous. With
I
advantage. Ridiculous.
We
Right,
take
so
those.
He's going to do nothing
Yeah,
else. The pirate that moved up
I'm
towards Virgil is going to take out a short bow, and he's going to have a go at the big guy, which is a natural 17 to hit. Yes, so that definitely hits him. That is a 1d8. Ooh, dirty. Where are my d8s? Where are my d8s? Where are my d8s? Oh god. 2 2 plus 1. 3 damage to him. Right, Virgil. 3 damage off. Okay, he's so the the bow just fires. He just sticks into his arm. Virgil just looks down and looks over to him and just starts growling at this guy. Right, the other two are going to stay where they are. They're not going to take a turn because they don't have anything they can use. So it is now Elwin.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get up to about here-ish, I think. Or I can be within, 30 feet. And since this worked yesterday with the spiders, I'm gonna, prick my finger and pull my thread through in a running stitch and cast Bane on all 3 of those guys. Woo. And that's a Charisma 14 save.
Charisma 14 save. Right, where are we?
And cross my fingers that it works again.
Yes, these guys are
Kind of an accident.
terribly charismatic.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I need help at the moment. Finley always gets hit.
Natural 18.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Natural 14.
Damn.
I like this dice. And a 2.
One ain't bad.
Right, so the guy down by Finland, was that Bane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, minus D4.
So he has a minus D4.
One at the bottom.
Yeah, the guy at the bottom.
Okay. And
Okay, he's
then
now
for
Bane.
bonus action, since that one next to Isha and Finn is baned, then the one next to Tad is not. So I'll give Tad inspiration.
Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
You take a D6.
I will absolutely take that D6.
Done.
Magnificent. Okay, Bird, you're up.
Okay, she is going to come 2 slots up this way, like north. So I've got a direct line on that
Yep.
pirate, yeah.
There.
And she's just gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blaze.
Eldritch Blast.
Roll a D20.
16 plus 5 for 21.
Ooh, hits. Hits
Get
hard.
it.
Roll that D10.
That's a D10. Ooh. 8 damage.
Woo.
That's force damage too. Can't it push him off?
Well,
Almost.
once again, as that little piece of moss and material just ekes out of your palm, get over here. As it goes out, it completely envelops him and just drags him off the ship. Pulls him under the water, and he's gone. He's now
Good.
fish food.
Woo.
So cool.
And as
Serves
we
him right.
said last time, delete. Just because I like saying it. Right. Do you have anything left on your turn, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Right. It is now Opal. I need to bring up a character sheet. What can she do? We wonder. Alright, madam. I did promise that I would try and keep her safe. As much as I could do. Yeah.
Don't kill my best friend when she's not
No,
here.
no. Right, she's gonna just cast Firebolt. It's 120 feet, so she can hit this ship and the neighbouring ship. If she hits. So she's going to gonna just dance around here. I'd say that the pirate doesn't have any cover behind Tad, because Tad, you're about 20 feet up, right? Or 15?
I was gonna say 5 or 10, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're still up there on the way, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
she's going to cast against that son bitch. Natural 14. Yes, that definitely hits. That is a D10. D10.
Oh, Opal.
10.
Yeah.
She got a 10.
Nice.
All right.
Delete.
Delete.
No. You see the
Okay.
fire. You see the fire blast against this guy's chest, and it starts to burn up and lick. The hair starts to get a bit shorter and curled at the edges. But he's standing there, and he's looking a little bit tougher than his compadres. He's
Okay.
got a bit more beef to him, shall we say. It hurt him,
Ooh, okay.
but he's not gone.
Beefy boy.
You got a beefy boy.
real beefy.
Right, Opal is going to stay where she. No, in fact, she's going to tuck back behind there because she's got another 10 feet left. So I'll just back her up a little bit. So she's out of harm's way. Okay, back to the top of the round. I'm now going to add 2 more little players into this little melee.
Oh shoot.
Actually going directly after each other. See, lovely. Right. Okay, so top of the round is Tad.
Alrighty. Seeing Finland surrounded, I'm just going to I'm gonna go 1 square up and just straight dive bomb
Nice.
directly behind, and I pull my rapier out, and hopefully it doesn't see me. I'm just gonna stab him right in the back.
That would be beefy boy. Yes.
So you're like Captain Marveling towards this guy.
Exactly. I'm
for it.
like directly, basically like landing directly behind him, superhero landing, rapier out, and then just like going for a stab.
Yeah, go for it. Roll your D20.
Do I have advantage from flanking things?
I would say yes, Finland. Yes.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, glad I needed that. That was a 2 and a 19. So
Yeah.
19
Nice.
hits.
big shift.
Just hits. Just ever so slightly hits.
19 just hits. So since I had advantage, that's also sneak attack.
Yeah, it is, baby.
So that is a. Okay, so initial damage is plus is d6. Holy shit. Okay. That is a total of 17 damage.
God, that what? What?
That's a 6 on the d8,
Yeah.
plus 5, plus a 6 on the d6.
Gee.
attack.
Ooh.
Oh!
Big damage.
Beefy boy's ground beef now. Ground beef now.
Yeah, yeah. Beefy,
Square through the chest.
Beefy boy just
That's
turned into
our rogue!
just turned into a tenderloin steak.
Oh,
Yeah, you just pop it. You've just done a spinal tap on this guy. Basically, you've just gone straight up into the lumbar, straight into the lumbar spine. As you pull out, you don't see blood. You just see this like just slightly yellowish sort of liquid just run out the bottom of his back, and he just drops to his knees.
I'll take it.
It's nasty.
He didn't like
I'm
that.
then.
He didn't like that much.
Like that.
Wait,
He's
he's still up.
Yeah.
always up. Yeah. He's still. He's got some.
He
you know,
can't walk.
He can't walk.
Ooh,
you know.
okay.
Oh, yeah, at least he can
Alright.
walk. Yeah.
He's paralyzed and he wishes he stayed in bed this morning, but he. So, are you using your cunning action to move anywhere else, or?
I'm thinking about it. I am going to. So okay. So I get the really good stab. I pull it out. I see the yellow flame. I'm like, oh, he's super dead, and he's not done. So I'm going to bonus action, cunning action, disengage, and then just dip my remaining 15 feet over here,
Okay.
right next to Virgil.
So, yep. So you're hovering now above the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say you're in flight above there. All right.
Cool.
Good round, man. Okay, Finland, you're up. You are surrounded on both sides by some ugly ass pirates. One of them's now kneeling down in a little bit of pain.
Okay. Well.
Real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Super fast. I forgot this. It didn't matter last round, but with the new D&D rules and things, there are these like masteries on weapons. So now, since I hit that guy with a rapier, technically I have advantage on him until the end of my next turn. I just want to keep track of that, locally and mentally.
Absolutely, you do.
Okay. Well, that's easy then. I'll leave that guy.
Please
to you,
remember
and I
these
go back
things
to
in
the guy-
case I forget.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm now running the game from 2 books, which is
You're good.
difficult. Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh yes.
You're doing
And
it.
then fly away.
Finland.
Okay. Finland sees that Tad has that guy well in hand. He turns back to the guy that he threw a dagger at earlier,
Yes.
and he got cut down. You say I got cut straight down, right? like it
Yeah,
broke my
right
belt and
across your
everything.
chest. Yeah, yeah.
So I just like rip off my shirt like, and just like now I'm just like muscled out with just my pants. I was like, come on. And, you know he's a monk. He acts like a barbarian sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's gonna go right back at him with an unarmed strike.
Go for it. Roll
So-
for attack.
20. I can't make this up.
Natural.
Yes, natural 20 plus 4 plus 2, 26.
Ah,
But careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the road.
All right. So roll for damage
Unbelievable.
on your 37.
Well, yeah,
to
it doesn't
hit.
doesn't make any difference because I was just 6 plus 4, 10.
Did you roll both?
So yeah, 6 plus 10, so that's 10 damage, right? When we or
You crit, right?
Yeah, you crit. You got extra.
Yeah, you got
You double the dice.
I'll roll again?
You roll another die, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's
okay, I did-
one extra, 1d6.
Yeah.
Oh, one. Okay. So plus 2. Okay, so is that all
12.
together or is it 12?
12 total.
Yeah.
um, you just Superman punched this guy's head clean off his shoulders. You actually no. The guy who knelt down behind you. You turn around, use his shoulder to vault off, spin in midair, and then just punch. You don't punch his head off. You punch his head into his neck, and just compress his
That's worse.
spine as he just crumples and falls to the ground.
Oh, that
What
made
is
me
this funny
flinch.
stuff today?
That made me
I don't
flinch.
know. It just kind of got weird.
That made me
Oh.
flinch.
And delete.
Delete.
Okay, well, since I haven't used my speed, I'm gonna go up to this next guy right here. Did y'all
Yeah,
you see it?
right up to him.
Yeah.
There you go.
And my bonus attack, I use Thoria blows.
For your bows. So
Bows.
2 extra unarmed attacks. So roll two d20s to see if you hit. Just make sure you mark off the key point, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I took off the last one because we rested.
Good man.
Okay. Ooh, 5 and 19. So 9, and then but plus dexterity plus proficiency. 25
That
or how does that
25
work?
hits, yeah. What's the
25,
5 total?
11.
11 is actually the armor class of these guys, so you hit on both those attacks. So it's yeah.
Wild.
So roll damage twice.
Meets it, beats it, baby.
Boom.
Okay.
Pop.
Okay. So roll a d6 twice
Yes.
Yeah.
and
add the
plus
modifier.
4.
And
Yeah.
then plus 4 twice also. So d6 plus 4, d6 plus 4.
Oh crap. Okay.
Yeah, monks
2
monks
and
are
then
broken.
3. Okay, 2 and 3, so that's 6. 3 and 4, 7. So 6, 7, 13.
You punch him the first time, he starts to roll over the railing. You grab him, pull him back, and punch him again. And he just like double flips over and just lands as a shark comes up and just goes. "Ah!"
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And as we all say together, delete.
Delete.
I'm gonna roll nothing but nat ones in the next section. I swear.
No, you're not. You gotta.
You got your redemption arc. At this point, it's just extra.
Yeah.
cherry on top of many cherry cakes.
Billy
Right.
Billy goes to everybody else. That's the next one's yours.
Oh, you Reveron's bow. It's
Yeah.
like, your turn. Your
Yeah.
turn.
Your turn.
Step up. Right. Okay, Finland. That's the end of your turn. It is now. Captain Hylia is going to have a go.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
She.
What's her class?
Oh. She sachets
Secret.
forward a little bit
Hot.
down these stairs, just onto like the banister.
Level 20 badass is what she is.
Let's let me get a character sheet up. There she is. Hello, darling.
Woo. Yeah.
She doesn't have a class. She is class.
So you see her just walk down the stairs slightly. She just gets about halfway down. She's got a cloak at the minute that's been like billowing behind her. She just looks at the guy who's in the middle of the ship and just says, "I don't recall giving you a welcome." And she reaches behind her and pulls out 2 pistols.
Hell yeah.
And aims directly for the guy's head, who is kneeling down. So, unfortunately, she's going to have to roll at disadvantage because he's slightly, like, ducked.
And
Weird, yeah.
that's the beefy guy that he spinal tapped?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is the guy
Yeah,
kneeling
nice.
down, but she's still gonna have a go. Right, pistol. I have never rolled a gunslinger before in my life, so you're gonna have to bear with me a second.
Fine.
I'm so glad I left that guy alone. This is gonna be awesome.
Even
I
if
wanna
she
see
doesn't hit,
this.
that was so good.
Plus,
Yeah.
Sends a message.
Sends a
Ooh.
message.
Please tell me you got a 20.
natural 20.
Please. Yes!
No shot.
All the shots.
Natural 20.
We just need to
Okay.
rename this channel to Nat 20.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Right, so that is 1d10 plus 4 doubled.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll higher initiative
Oh,
next
so
time.
that's why you told me to roll double. Now I know. So when you roll 20, you're crit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 7.
Oh,
So
this guy's
double
shit.
that is a 14 plus 4, that is an 18. Right. Well, may as well carry on with the spine like storyline as I'm kind of going this. So she just reaches forward with one of them and just pulls the trigger, and his spine leaves his body.
Oh.
Clatters to the ground as there is like a large hole in the middle of his chest, smoking as he just slumps now. It's just
Spine got deleted?
like a meat sack because his bones are elsewhere.
Oh.
She does do a little bit of a spin and then just tucks it back into the back.
Well deserved.
She looks over at Isha and just blows the barrel first and just winks and then just puts it away. Right. So she's going to stay where she is. It is now Virgil's go.
Oh my god.
Let me get his character sheet. Oh, where is he?
Oh, beefy guy is definitely dead now, right? Or is he still standing somehow?
Well, there is.
I all
Oh,
around
no,
deleted
sorry.
him.
He is gone.
Oh.
Did it?
I'll say that guy's standing without a spine. Jeez.
Hilarious.
Right, view.
I
Virgil.
asked why she didn't wink at Tad, then I realized it's a very tall, handsome, seafaring gentleman or a gremlin who went through her underwear drawer. It's a very different.
She had a
Vibes.
choice. She had a choice. She thought about it all night, but she's made it.
Yeah, sure. Makes
Okay,
Give it a thought.
Virgil is going to. What's his move? 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh well. Right, Virgil is going to rage.
Oh, he's barbarian.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Make sense.
oh,
Does he have
He
a
loves a
bonus?
good pastry, though.
Forever.
Does he have a bonus action? No, he does not. That's unfortunate. Right. So all he can do on this turn, he can just make tracks towards the last guy. So he's going to pop himself there. And
Nice.
angrily, veins coming out of his arms. You can see like a bit of foam in the corner of his mouth, and he's just getting all mad and stuff. Right.
All racing to the last guy.
Yeah,
Finn and
this-
Virgil
this-
just looking at each other like, no, mine.
As Deadpool says, this guy wore the brown pants today.
This guy with a brown head.
Right. So that's the end of his turn. Isha, you're up. So Hylia's just sort of
Isha.
winked at you and just pivoted with the pistol and just put it back inside her sash.
Isha is gonna lock eyes with her,
Ooh.
draw his blade, point it right at the last remaining guy, and he's gonna yell on the top of his lungs above the cannon fire, "You dare attempt to take Captain Halia's depth charge, your life is forfeit, jump." And I want to intimidate him to jump off the ship.
Roll an intimidation check, you sexy bastard, you.
Intimidation.
Intimidation check, yeah.
That is a dirty 20. 19 plus 1.
He stands there and he sees you coming towards you. You start to talk, and he's like, he's got blades out. He's ready to go. But then he says what he says. He starts looking around the ship. He sees Hylia just. She's still got the other pistol in her hand, and she just sort of like just taps it with her fingers like this and just winks at him. She sees that Opal's got a hand up ready with a flame about to emit out of her palm. Eloin's there ready with needles drawn. Isha, you got your sword out. Finland is just now bare-chested, just ejected the guy. And he just looks and says, "Yeah, you're fucking right." And he just dives over and just starts swimming and see if he can get away from the shark.
Let's go!
And he's gone.
I love this game.
You intimidated him off the boat, man. That was awesome.
Holy shit.
She's a short, little, muscled guy with blood. Never mind.
Just feral.
You're supposed to be a monk.
Right. Let's bring it back to the play screen.
Are we gonna see Finland turn barbarian?
Oh my god. Maybe. Like, it depends when we're getting the next levels.
Alright, let me just alter the music back to something that's a bit more chill. Well done, guys. Nice flair as well with that. I like it.
Oh no, you did all. You did all the flares. You made me Superman punch someone into his own neck like a turtle.
Jordan, that was stupid.
That was so cool.
So good. So good.
Jump.
That's some flavor right there.
It
It makes sense. You see all of us. You know, it makes sense.
Owen looks around and is like, "Oh, I'm glad I got my rapier last night in practice. My God." Shit.
The
Okay.
Dread Pirate Robert came out of me.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Lower your sword.
How dare you try to take Captain Hylia's death charge?
That's
Not on my
trying to
watch,
get
you
some
scoundrel.
Someone trying to get some brownie points in right there.
Okay,
Fight a
so
fairy
you
about
find
it.
yourself on the deck of the ship. Now, the rain has just started to slightly fall, so you're in a bit of a mist as you see these. Well, there's only I think two bodies sort of left on board. What would you like to do?
I would like to go to the guy that I made into a turtle, and I pick him up, and I just toss it right in front of the captain so she can like, hey, here you go, Cap. You know, so she can do it. But she would know more about why they attacked the ship than I would.
As the meat sack lands at her feet with a satisfying squelch, she
It's Finland.
she just gives you a slight narrow look. Just looks down and she just shouts down into the ship. Could someone please come up and get rid of this person suit? And a small halfling guy comes up from the bottom and just sees it and just sort of like just grabs it and pulls it down into the bows of the ship away from them. You can now see that the man of war that had originally started to encroach onto the ship is now starting to retreat. It's now turned, as it's seen its what it thought possibly is it's some of its finest warriors completely dispatched with relative ease. It thinks maybe not, and it starts to pull away.
Better run.
You better run.
Grab a cannonball and just straight throw it in the garbage. Like,
You in what army? Has he gone? Right, so you're on the deck of the ship. It's starting to rain a little bit, but what would you like to do?
Breakfast?
Breakfast it is. Breakfast it is.
Breakfast it is.
Elwin, can you fix my shirt? Like I'm holding my
Oh,
shirt.
yeah.
Work on that while we.
Yeah. I kind of ripped it extra. I know it was only cut, and I kind of
You know, the effect was there. It was great. It was like a whole thing. It's fine. It's fine. And I'll prestidigitation off any of the blood too.
Hell yes. Right. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to it's about a 5-day journey from where we are now, which is I'd say a good 20 miles ish off the coast of West Point. You're starting to go northwards up past the edge of Cliffspear and then just basically turn back on yourself into an island which is called Solitary. Solitary Island is the naval base which basically guards the entirety of the Shimmer Cove and Cliffspear from outward attack. So this is like the barricade that you need to get through in order to enter into this area of Cliffspear. So what I'm going to do, for the sake of just speeding things up, we may not get to it on this session, which is probably going to be next session, but so say we'll go through 5 days of travel, and is there anything that you would want to do or accomplish or explore, or the 5 days worth of freedom are yours, and we'll just do it in like a quick sort of like I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Anything you want to tinker with, anything you want to write down or, talk to. Or...
So we go in order again, like.
Well, whoever wants to go first. It's just there's no order. Just.
I definitely want to continue to befriend Virgil after our little pastry interaction.
Yeah.
Just to feel like we're on good terms, and I want to continue to develop that. I'm going to. Clean my rapier after the battle, but then also kind of just continue to maintain that and sharpen it and, make it all nice and pretty. It's kind of it. I think maybe like help with sales stuff if needed, just since I can fly up there and just like try to be somewhat helpful, but not too involved because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, cool. So you see on one of the days that you get up and Virgil is on the deck of the ship and he's just yelling up to the top of where the crow's nest is for this just complete half-wit of a new guy they brought on board who he cannot secure the sails to the mast at the top to just lead them where they are. They keep falling back down again. And he's just yelling at the top of his voice, going, "Would you please get it right, for the love of God?" Because I can't do it, sir. I just can't. The rope isn't. It's not working. I don't. I think I'm in the wrong profession. As Rob flies by the seat of his pants, has to pull noises out of his face. So you walk over to him and Virgil sort of looks at you and says, could you help?
I can, no, totally. Just gonna and just fly right up. Okay, so do you need to talk? I feel like maybe this isn't for you. We're like on the water. Like we can just drop you off at the next stop if this isn't your thing. Like, it's okay. I'm just gonna fix this.
That's a pretty good idea. Yeah. And he just climbs back down the mast.
I'll be up here. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
So you reattach the guide ropes of all the masts, and they can now finally lift the central sail up. And as you get to the top, just make a perception check.
13 plus stuff minus 1. 12.
It was 10 was enough to see this.
Okay.
Basically, you're getting the first view of the cove of Cliffspear and the Shimmer Cove. So you see a vast mountain range ahead of you of the range called the Voiceless Peaks. You see a large gnarled mountain right in the middle of this, which is called the Knight's Crest, the largest mountain in the Voiceless Peaks. And you can just see the shape of like the crab claw shape of the Shimmer Cove going round. And in front of you, obviously a lot closer and in your immediate peripheral, you can see this small island start to appear, but flanking it is just ship after ship after ship after ship after ship. So yeah, this is, you're getting close now to Solitary, which is this naval dockyard and stockade to stop people getting in, unless they've got passage.
Sure. I'm just gonna open my pocket. We've had worse views, huh? Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Add it down. Oh. Are you still up here? Okay. Sorry. Wait. Was that you?
Was what me?
Wait. Is this the guy, or is the guy up? The guy's down.
Oh, the
off
guy went
crow's nest,
down. The
right?
guy went down.
Oh my God. Wait. Wait. I'm gonna open my pocket.
I just broke Jacob.
I'm gonna pull out what's just a rock with a face painted on it. And just say, wait.
Oh gosh.
Wait. Can you hear me?
On that note, we're going to end today's session.
No!
Yes!
Wait.
Jacob's broken.
That's a rock attack!
Oh god.
Oh. Wait. Oh shit.
Broke.
Oh man.
Okay, guys.
Huh.
Oh.
You're so proud of that right now. I can see it in your face.
Yeah.
I'm very
wow.
happy. I'm very happy. Right, episode 2 in the bag. Well done, everyone. That was some brilliant D&D.
Oh my god.
Really
So
nice just to
fun.
explore a little bit more into all of your characters and work with you one-on-one, even in a public setting like this. I tried to keep it as even as I possibly could. I think I'm trying to get to know you guys a bit better now, and also your characters, which is awesome. Yeah, Crispy, you didn't know that were coming. Sorry.
I
No,
know.
no, sorry.
I just. Whoa. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So, in
Bye,
2 weeks'
Switch.
time, we're gonna do this yet again,
Yeah.
and we're gonna see where this goes. I'm gonna pick up on everyone else's 5-day things that they want to do at the start of the next session, and then we'll just carry on with the story. Yeah, that was cool. There was some absolutely
good.
epic.
That was good.
I can't
That
wait
was
to
very
watch this
good.
back.
That was
I
very
can't
good.
wait to watch
Really
this back. So once again,
Oh,
I would
man.
like to just let me put this in the chat. I just want to say thank you to my amazing cast at Sebastian, at Breewood Chill, at I'm a Bonsai, even though she wasn't here today, but she's always with us, at the Crispy Ninja 1, at Shelby Mustang with 3 Gs, and at Mad Tomato Plays. You are my favourite people and always will be for doing this. My name is Rob, I've been your DM, and I will be your DM in 2 weeks' time when we do this all over again. But until then, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.